Yeah. What's up, everybody? We're back finally after got some quarantining and
yeah.
Yeah.
We're here.
Thanks a lot, Gene, for the COVID.
Black people don't get COVID. I don't know what you're talking
about. So our last episode with our friends, the vocal junkies, a few days later, we got the call that all of a sudden, one by one, positive results are coming in. We all got tested, and then all of a sudden, Gene ghosted us. Where'd you go, Gene? I was literally worried for your life.
Doesn't answer. Nothing. I'm like, this motherfucker's in the hospital.
America,
right.
America. My parents told me never hang out with people that bring you around junkies. I thought about it. I'm like, vocal junkies? Oh, I'm out.
Oh, come on.
I'm out. I'm out. I go, they set me up, room full of white people. Everyone's coughing. Everyone's coughing. I'm out.
How dare you?
Who was coughing?
No.
That's what I'm saying. No one was coughing.
No,
Nobody showed a symptom. Except for you. You were the only one who was feeling groggy. And I tell you what, listen,
America, they woke me up early in my bed, brought me to the middle of nowhere.
It was Selden.
It took a bit. Oh, by the way, we're full of potholes on the way there.
Well,
almost fucked up my nice car.
That's your tax dollars.
Almost fucked up my nice car and my rims. And we get there, and everyone's, it was like a Twilight Zone. The white boys are dropping nice freestyle verses and shit, and everyone's getting sick. So sick. It was sick. They were sick with it.
I will say this.
They were sick with it, and then we left sick with it.
Can we talk about Can we talk about the irony here, right? So Oogie hasn't gotten together in a minute, right? Like, we had our shit at the end of summer of 2019, right? So we were going to take a little bit of a break, reconvene, and then COVID hit, right? Crazy. So we all happened to get back together. And when I say we all, I mean we all. Like
the OG Oogie.
We all.
JP's up in the place, Nikki's down. Like we were vibing out. We had a good night. We had a good writing session. The hook of the song starts off as
Doctor.
I think I need a doctor, right?
Motherfucker.
I didn't even realize that.
My whole verse is about just like what this last year of lockdown has done mentally. Like, and I tell you what, like going back through my verse, I have some solid lines in there that I really do like, you know, where it's because it's true. Like a whole year of lockdown and, it gave us time to evaluate and think about shit and think about our lives and what's important, right? Mm-hmm. And what'd we do? All we did was become more suspicious of one another and be more stepped away from one another. It's pretty fucking crazy. Like when you really, it's job well done, China. Succeeded.
China.
But either way, the irony
It's
is
the philosophy over here. We could go on.
Sorry.
Look, what the fuck?
Yo, I just ran outside
like we
to get
stepped
you that
out.
cord, and I got to hit
winded.
some Jack, man. Bottle of red.
I thought maybe you got winded or some shit.
All right. So.
Nah, man, I just got blown the fuck out.
Time out.
Good for you.
All right.
I'm ready to talk, Gene.
First of all, shout out to JP because he always keeps us on track. Clearly, I'm going to fuck up the track, but he always keeps us on track. He gets the show going. He does a lot of the production work, and people don't know how this all goes. So we have to give shout out to JP for what he does. But I want to talk about cancel culture because the shit keeps getting on my nerve.
Can we cancel JP's dad hat? I actually love it because it's a taco. Now that I was saying it, I'm like, never mind. I like it a lot. It's a taco.
But unfortunately, I have to...
out of your mind?
Unfortunately, I have to address cancel culture.
Fire.
Yeah, that's the main topic.
Yeah, let's talk about cancel culture. I want to see what you got to say about
cancellation are we talking about?
As someone who is pro-cancer culture as yourself.
I am pro-cancel culture, but...
it's starting to wear on you.
No.
Motherfuckers starting to jack away your knees.
No. I guess I'm going to correct a lot of things today. I'm pro-cancel culture from a capitalistic view, and I'm going to get to that.
Go on. I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
Here we go.
Let's rewind that. Like, I am pro-cancel culture in support of capitalism, and then we're going to backtrack from that. So first of all, people who are flipping out on cancel culture and blah, blah, I want to remind you that in the 90s, we had to be politically correct. So politically correct, whether you realize it or not, is the same fucking thing. Because people decided that I was offended by being black and I need to go by African American. And that made a lot of people happy that I thought I was an African American, not being black. So those same people have morphed into Pepe Le Pew needs to be canceled.
Yeah, man.
Hold on. And I'm gonna tell you something. I don't want to be braggadocious, but I went to Brooklyn Tech, #1 school in Brooklyn. I went to Brooklyn College. I had a 1400 on my SATs. I don't know a female that can tell you that Gene tried to grab her, and kiss up on her neck because of a cartoon he saw when he was 5. You know what else I didn't do? Drop an anvil on people I couldn't catch, like the Roadrunner. Like, what are people talking about? Like, I don't understand how the Grammys, Cardi B, and Megan Thee Stallion are fucking doing the WAP or whatever that's called.
WAP.
They're half naked, and that's less detrimental to children than a cartoon that most children are no longer even watching. No one's watching that. The generation that watched that cartoon is old and understands.
It's us.
It's us. We understood
we're
the
them.
cartoon. I never shot a rabbit because Elmer Fudd was a cartoon. I understood that. So, like, people...
Wait. You mean to tell me Joe Cool didn't get you to smoke cigarettes?
No, because...
You mean the cartoon camel didn't
Smokey,
get you to smoke cigarettes?
Smokey the Bear told me I could prevent forest fires.
But you listened to that fucking cartoon.
Yes,
What the
because he wasn't a cartoon. He was
You
more
listened to the
realistic.
cartoons on PBS.
Yes.
This motherfucker. Just
Yo,
bring
it's my dad.
Cancel cell phones.
Nah, it's all
now
good.
we're talking.
Pops. It's David Hasselhoff.
Shout outs to my dad. Yeah,
He does.
David Hasselhoff.
He looks like
mixed with
David
Pat
Hasselhoff.
Duffy.
Yeah.
We call him.
Yeah, but I'm like, so let's talk about.
Pepe Le Pew.
Let's talk about political correctness. There were so many things we weren't allowed to say, and there
Do
were.
you guys remember? Sorry, do you remember that show? Who I think it was Bill Maher. Yeah,
Love
Bill
it.
Maher's show, right?
Politically incorrect. Who got canceled?
Yeah.
Who got
Yeah.
canceled?
Yeah.
He got canceled.
You know why I got canceled recently? Because
I will
of that
say,
big fucking tirade he went on against the left.
I've
against
always
Democrats.
liked Bill Maher,
And let me tell you something, Bill Maher.
even though like we disagree a lot.
But he calls out his own
But,
side,
yo,
calls out the other side.
No, not even just that.
He
He's
does,
just
but he
I love that about him.
reasonable.
right. He's
Yes.
reasonable.
calls out both
Yes.
sides. That's
Yes.
it's called reasonable.
Yeah,
Bill Maher, I remember, and this is cancel culture came at him recently, like I want to say 6 to 8 months ago.
Yeah.
Because he said it's not called fat shaming. If you're fat and you're overweight and there's a problem, why should we pretend that
you're healthy.
You're healthy? And everyone went crazy. And I'm like, he's right. Like, we have the chance to save people's lives by being. Okay, I'll give you a good story. I know a girl, very attractive. She gained a little weight, and we were talking about going out and chilling and hanging out, and she was telling me how she's gonna get like lip work done and this work done. So I go, listen, am I your friend? She goes, yes. I go, you don't need no work. Go to the gym. I said, you were a very attractive girl.
And now she's no longer your friend.
You know, like you gained some weight.
And what happened? Did she wild out on you?
No, the phone got quiet. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, fuck, I'm getting canceled. I'm like, this friendship just got canceled. So I'm like,
yes, it did.
and then she goes, no, you're fucking right. Like, you're fucking right. I'm like, you're gonna spend all sorts of money, do all sorts of weird shit to your body, when all you have to do, you look good, you gain weight, and that's it. Go back. Or at least, if you're gonna do a surgery, do a weight surgery. Don't do a fucking, like, extra curricular shit. So, like, back again with the full circle, political correctness, this is the same shit. What happens with cancel culture is that it's who's doing the canceling that creates the outrage.
Right.
And we alluded that to last week when I was telling you, like, Colin Kaepernick versus this versus that, blah, blah. Because depending on who's being canceled is, like, if Bill Maher's being canceled based on people who don't like him or who do like him, there's a feeling. If you want to cancel, I don't know, Hannity, based on who likes him, who doesn't like him, there's a different feeling about it. Now, back to my original point, from a capitalistic view, if you are tied into advertising a product or a service, or you're a part of a business, you need to know your consumer. So if you say things that go against your consumer,
Like Burger King did?
then you will feel that wrath. Who am I to stop that? That is a natural evolution of capitalism. Consumers have the power to say, I don't like what you did or said, and I no longer want to.
Did you see what Burger
I no
King
longer
did?
want to buy a product. Hold on. I wore Gucci all my life. Gucci made a mistake and made a blackface thing, and I no longer wear Gucci. I'm not mad about it. I don't write 50-page essays on Facebook about it. I don't buy Gucci.
There you go.
The
That's
end.
the beauty of capitalism.
That's the beauty of
Here's
capitalism.
another beauty of capitalism.
Go for
People
it.
are freaked out about Dr. Seuss.
Why?
Number 1 through, I think it's like 1 through 5, trending highest sales right
Meanwhile,
now.
it was just the company who decided to do it. No one got. I don't think anyone got on them
Yeah.
No, people wild out about it.
after
And then
the company did it.
Oh, well, either way.
The company was like, "Nah, this is a little weird," and they fucking changed it. Listen, if it's the company's
Absolutely.
choice, more power. Good for you.
No, of course. It's the company's choice. But again, now, know your consumers. Like, you are hearing things like that, it makes you go, well, obviously the younger generation is now running this company, sitting in meetings, making decisions, and we're going to see a lot of things change and be gone away with. Where I disagree is you can't change the future by erasing history.
Okay, I'm with you on that, but can I ask you a question? Do you believe in apologies?
Yeah.
Okay. What quantifies or makes an apology real?
Sincerity.
And
Action.
bingo. So,
said it too.
so if that was actually that was pretty cool.
Nah, fuck it.
We didn't
Fuck it.
practice.
It was me.
We didn't practice that.
Fuck
So, if someone is apologetic about something, they have to have an action to prove it. So what we're seeing is that.
But do they? I mean, because like this is
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
where hold
yeah,
on.
yeah, they
Because this
do.
is where I think that we get a little shaky. Just for me here,
Yeah.
it's like
Say it.
no. I'm
Oh.
piecing it all
Yeah,
out.
because
right
you know
now.
I get mad. I
It's
feel like
like-
sometimes you try to filter shit. Say it.
No, I'm not filtering. I'm just trying to like make sure I'm making the point that I want to make here and not being stupid on it.
Yeah.
So it's like
Go ahead.
I love him.
I hate you guys so much
What?
sometimes.
What do we do?
Don't forget he's high.
Like, yeah.
Excuse me as I
know.
kiss the sky.
My point is this: is that it's like why, if you don't like it, then just don't watch it. Don't listen to it. Why do you have to? Like my point, my whole
I get that point,
upsetment
and I agree with it.
with the whole cancel
You just
culture
made up a word,
thing.
but I'll let you slide.
Is that what?
Upsetment's not a word. You just made that up. But I
Oh,
like
sorry.
it.
I'm in though. I'm
Yeah,
upset
it's
with the
a-
word.
it's a
Fuck
dope-
it.
it's
Let's
a
cook
word.
it. Someone call Webster.
It's
That
a
shit-
dope word.
They'll just put it in.
Yeah, that's
just
a dope
say,
word.
just say.
But it's like
you're liberal.
it's so like it's me, and like that's what this fucking generation has turned into. It's like
Yes.
I don't care that the rest of y'all enjoy this or find jest in this. It's me. I'm offended in this moment. Me, everyone. Me. My feelings are hurt. I'm offended. The rest of you should be offended because I'm offended and it's about me. Me. Look at my selfie. Look at my social media. Me. Selfies. Media. Social. Me.
Okay.
That's what we have become.
Yes.
And it's
Okay.
sickening.
Okay.
Form of arrogance.
Okay.
Oh, it's so arrogant. I mean, again, arrogance. Got
Vanity.
into a nice climate change argument about this, and I find that like those people, it's the same type people that are just on that extreme. It is solely based in arrogance. That tweet towards Bill Burr and his wife is solely based
But he
in
got
arrogance.
He got
Okay.
destroyed by
And as he
everyone.
should.
Okay.
As
I'm
he
going to say this.
should.
He should have been destroyed for that tweet. However, there is a mentality out there in the social media world that if you take a shot at someone, you could potentially build yourself.
Of course.
He shot his shot and got smacked on the face.
Yeah, well,
Like,
when you call his wife a sex slave, essentially.
But you gotta understand.
Yeah, think about how
But-
offensive that is
I know,
on the ladder.
But,
And that's the
but
point.
time out. He took a shot at a comedian who is known for very, I don't know what I want to say, but very strong, opinionated comedy. So he failed in the delivering of the joke. This is just like when Jamel Hill told that boxer,
Right.
Do you think knocking
I
out
don't
Nate
think this
Robinson?
guy was joking, though.
I know, but what I'm saying is,
Jamel Hill was trying to make a joke.
No, she was definitely joking. What I'm saying is,
100%.
I don't know how much of that was real or a joke, but either way, it was an attempt to gain a spotlight of somebody else's popularity.
Of course. Well, what was happening?
But
was-
it
what
failed.
What Twitter is. That's
But
what
it failed.
Social media
You
has
saw
turned
that's what
into,
social media is.
you know?
So
I want to go back to the days of that's a nice looking salad. You know.
All right, but you know what he did, right? You know what Bill Burr did? Nothing, but you know what he did.
All right, so I asked you this earlier today.
And
Okay.
I said,
And what did you say? You're
I
like,
said-
just nothing, just watch it.
right.
So I watched it while I was cooking dinner, and I'll be honest, I was chuckling, and I don't see. Maybe the one part that I could see people freaking out about was the non-binary.
Yeah, no, that wasn't.
That wasn't it.
No.
So what was it?
The fact that he screwed up the winner's name. They calling him racist.
I love fucking people, man.
And then there's a whole thing now.
You mean
Steve
you
Harvey?
mean because
He's Steve Harvey did?
You mean a 50-plus-year-old white guy from Boston who's announcing the winners for the Latino and world, basically.
No, it wasn't even
was
Latino.
like
It was-
no, there was a few Latin. The first
It
one was like
Latin,
Latin
it was
rock.
a Latin album.
Latin rock and alternative.
Oh,
it was
whatever.
Latin
Yeah,
contemporary.
sure. But Bill
there was
Burr,
a couple of Latin.
They gave that to Bill.
And they gave it to
Burr.
the white guy from Boston
Okay,
to
can I ask
just
a question?
put your names.
okay, clearly I love Bill Burr, but why?
He didn't know.
I know. So
He even says it in the thing.
He
He,
made
goes,
a joke.
I bought this suit. I thought I was going to meet famous people. He wasn't even on TV. He was on the internet.
I know, but JP, I feel like
Tropical Latin
if
album.
my
that's what it was.
job,
Oh, Tropical Latin album was one of them too.
if my job is between one of you two guys is a winner, then I would like to read both of your names so I know how to pronounce either winner. Like how does that not happen?
Who cares?
Because,
Clearly,
I'll tell you.
a lot of people.
No, I'll tell you because he does this. This is what it is. It's during the commercials, right?
Yes.
So he stands in front of a podium,
Uh-huh.
and he says, "Okay, nominees for, best tropical Latino album, or I think it was Latin tropical Latin album,
Yeah.
right? And then the winner is, Luis Razul and
not Natalia Conforte or something like
I
that.
know, but why wasn't he privy to the names
forgot what her name
before
was.
he announced it?
He's just handed a piece of paper and it's just a list because it's not just one. He did 8.
So he got set up to fail. Someone set him up because
Yeah.
he had no shot.
And-
But they gave Bill Burr
He
some
was-
Hispanic
Yeah,
names.
he had no chance.
He
Yeah.
can't
He was
see.
making fun of, he was making jokes in the beginning. Like JP said, he goes, I bought a suit for this. I'm not even on TV. He goes, this is great. Okay, so what are we doing here? Like, that's how he started it.
But my point is this, Gene.
Yeah, I'm
they
following.
went straight to
Black.
Bill Burr's racist.
Black racist, yeah.
Not even black. He's
Yeah.
racist. And then
The
people are
black
like, well,
one.
he's married to a black woman. And then there's this whole movement of you could be racist and married to a person of a different color.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Did
Now-
you see her
now-
response to that guy's
Fuck
tweet?
you, bitch. I think he just said, she was
was
like,
like,
fuck
shut
you, bitch.
the fuck up,
Yeah,
bitch.
shut the fuck
Who
up,
said that?
bitch.
The wife?
Yeah, she's like, shut the fuck
No,
up,
she's
bitch.
a pisser. If you listen to
she's
Bill
married to
Burr's
Bill Burr.
podcast,
Yeah.
she'll come in the room sometimes when he's filming, and when they get into it together, she's a fucking pisser,
good.
man.
She's
Yeah,
good.
she's funny.
But she's been in the business for how long? But here's
That's
the thing.
crazy.
Here's the
Sure.
thing. So now, because people are like, well, you can't be racist, and then that's when the whole movement of, and that's where that one tweet came in of how you can be racist and still marry a black girl, which, you know what? Fair enough. You probably
believe
could.
it.
I could
Yeah.
see the
You
see the
absolutely
point
could.
that the guy was trying to make by saying that yes, there could be so overtly racist people that they would not even
just love a
wed.
person.
They
Just-
would not even wed, but they would enslave as their sex slave a minority woman because they're that racist. We live in a world where it's like, well, I mean, that's feasible. I could see that.
I think-
but it's like to just blatantly throw that out there, like right there. It's like
Well-
you're not the. It's just the way I look at it is it's straight up just. It, like you said, he's taking a shot. He's taking his shot at stardom for a viral tweet.
Yeah, it's 15 minutes of fame.
Right, but he's also, it's lazy thinking on that
Yes,
end.
and I agree.
And because you're not thinking of, you haven't thought that all the way through. Because now what you're doing is you're calling, especially in this day and age, a black woman, an
sex
ignorant sex slave.
Oh, yeah, basically, yeah.
Like
basically, like he makes all the decisions for you. You're a minority,
nothing.
so you can't make those
right,
decisions.
like you're nothing.
And that's where over wokeness can really be more racist.
And that's
okay. I'm glad you said that.
It's like it's over.
It's overcorrection.
No, I'm glad you said that. The problem with wokeness and cancel culture and all these things is that everyone has a different attachment to situations, people, and concerns. So I'll give you an example. And I always give this example to people when they talk about racism, prejudice, blah, blah. My mom died of diabetes, complication of diabetes. She had renal failure. So when people speak of diabetes in a room, my ears perk up.
Right.
Because I have a connection to that.
Sure.
If someone is in the room talking about leukemia, it doesn't resonate with me like that. But that doesn't make me an asshole. That doesn't mean, Gene doesn't care about all the kids that have leukemia.
Right.
Gene's a dick. Oh, he only cares about diabetes. There's a different connection.
Right.
If someone says racism, police brutality, I'm black, I have a different connection with those words.
Correct.
Homo, whatever, phobia, I don't react because I don't have a connection with that. That doesn't make me an asshole. It means I don't have a connection with that particular plight or situation. And this is what overcorrectness and wokeness does. It makes me a villain because I have not emotionally identified with what you have now decided is a burning platform.
I like it.
Like, holy shit. Three kids in Uganda have not eaten in years. What are you doing about it?
Yeah.
What?
That reminds me of something. Did you see the thing? Our friend on Facebook who always does political stuff. He did a post about Elon Musk's parents, and they had the conflict thing, and you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
About how it's literally on blood money or blood diamonds.
I'm like, but the guy's trying to take all of these
Kanye
minerals
West,
out of.
these are blood diamonds. Don't lie to me, man.
But it was like an emerald mine or something.
it was
so Elon Musk became, I guess, he was rich. His parents are rich. Whatever. He went off and did his thing, and now he's trying to take conflict minerals out of the batteries, like cobalt.
Good
shit
for
like
him.
that.
That's awesome.
But it's not good enough because he got the fortune
off of.
Oh, but the kids died.
Emerald.
Have a good day, JP. I hope you feel better. Like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Right, it's like
I laughed. It was hilarious.
It's so
It was
insane
hilarious.
that it's like, all right. So what do y'all really? Do you want the progress,
Right.
or do you just want progress how and when you want it?
Talk about billionaires. None of them are perfect.
No, they don't want.
No, like think about
they
it.
don't want progress.
We're so
they want.
lucky to have a guy like Elon Musk.
They don't want progress.
I think.
You know what people want, and this is what we're all in agreement is the problem. People don't want progress. They want to crucify people.
Yeah.
They just want you did wrong.
I have a theory.
You need to be punished. But to me,
Right.
like
have a theory on
the
it.
theory from a humane standpoint in correcting people is: are you aware that what you're saying or what you're doing or what you did, blah, blah, makes certain people feel a certain way? The answer is yes or no. If it's yes, then you know what? You should become more sensitive. If you don't want to be sensitive about it, then guess what? Maybe we shouldn't support you financially, monetarily, or blah, blah. If you don't know, here's my ability to inform you, and now you have a chance to make a decision. But the idea that every time, listen, if you dig up, okay, classic example. Like, one of the things that's hurt me in my lifetime is that we all worked with someone and he was gay. I didn't know that. And I am one of the reasons he took so long to come out. We're both from Brooklyn, and it was hard to be able to say it around a guy like me who's talking bitches and I'm flying and girls.
And I'll be honest, I didn't know at first. If we're talking about the same
I didn't
guy.
know, but you know what? I didn't want to.
I didn't care.
I also didn't want to know. It's not like I looked. Like, I just put a blanket statement, everyone's straight. You know what I mean? And I, not just me, other people, our boss at the time too, made it difficult for that person to come out. But keep in mind, I grew up listening to reggae all my life. My first rap song was 1993, Mobb Deep, Survival of the Fittest. So in reggae culture, there's a big, strong, on steroid, homophobic element.
Sure.
So I was raised to not like that behavior and to condemn it. And historically, I could tell you other things, like, for example, we're about to learn something, but there's something called buck breaking. Buck breaking historically is that the biggest and strongest slaves were raped by male slave owners in front of their wives, their children, and other male slaves to demasculate them and make them realize that you can't get out of this. You're not powerful. So this is the history of homosexuality within the West Indian community. So when it took me a long time to realize that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. They did this. They demasculized them in front of
emasculating
their family, so that people wouldn't do it.
Fucked.
It's no different than cutting off your leg, so no one runs. You ran away, no problem. Bring him back.
Yeah.
Beat the shit out of him, cut his leg, and no one ever thinks about running again. Watch you get raped in front of your family and friends.
Which is crazy because a century earlier, the Greeks, was
perfect. I'm glad you made that connection. Because the Romans lived that lifestyle.
Women are for children, men are for pleasure.
Exactly.
Boys were for pleasure. I think
and
it was,
so it's crazy. So it's like people have the right to get better, because from 13 to 27, you couldn't even talk to me about it. Honestly, the restaurant industry is the only thing that ever opened me up to it. Because that's the first time I interacted with gay people. Is that the way you say it? I don't know.
Gay people. They're gay.
I don't know if that's the right term, but
God, it better not come up with another term. What the fuck else we gotta call it now?
I don't know. Is homosexual
Homosexuals.
is homosexual insult or not?
I don't know.
Homosexual? I don't think so.
Okay. So my whole point is,
We'll get Mickey not the mouse on.
so that was the first
There's
time.
definitely another term for it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's
He'll school us all, but he's
that was the first time I was introduced to it, and all I thought was, oh, these people, they're really cool people. There's this or that, and what it did is it made me realize that things that I read and heard, it's not that black and white.
Yeah.
I had to take a time out to introduce myself to every single person and judge them as a person, and back to the person that probably couldn't come out because I hired him, I trained him, I did all this, and now how can he tell me that he's gay? So it's like, and the reason I bring this up is because when everyone's in a rush to cancel and because they're so woke, you're not giving people a chance to evolve and become part of the solution. You're condemning them so fast that you're creating more problems.
They're not teaching.
And guess what? If you push my back against the wall, I'm going to fight back. Yeah. So you keep fucking alienating people.
I feel like, though,
someone keeps calling you a homophobe.
Then guess what?
Fuck you.
You actually become a homophobe because how can I be friends with people who just keep cursing at me and yelling at me? You're racist. You're this.
Instead
So
of
you know what?
saying, actually,
I am
Gene,
fucking racist. Fuck all you guys. But I'm not really racist. I just don't like being attacked. So now I have become, by not defending myself, I've become racist.
You know,
That's
it's
normal.
So funny.
That's a normal human reaction.
You know what's
it's
funny?
like when someone says, "Oh, you need to go to the fucking gym. Let's go to the gym. Let's go to the gym." You're like, you know what? I'm not fucking going.
Yeah, because you can't tell me that.
Yeah.
Like, that's
and
not
then
the way.
8 months later, no one talks to you about it, and you just go to the gym.
Yeah.
That's
Again,
it.
Yeah.
I have a theory though
It's funny. It's like
that I want to get to.
I always had this awkward feeling. So my brother is gay, incredibly flamboyantly gay, his whole life. It was never a secret,
Okay.
We literally just waited for the day for him to say it,
Okay.
I grew up in theater with him, so I have a gay aunt, a gay uncle, you know what I mean? I was raised with my Aunt Colleen, who was, a lesbian, always just in the culture,
Yeah.
So never had a problem with it from a young age, like it was always, okay, it is what it is,
normal.
Yeah, it was normal. Aunt Sue's girlfriend. Yeah, okay, so no problem, right? Uncle Eddie's boyfriend. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. But it's like, I was always so comfortable with it that it was like, I felt awkward around younger gay men and women because it's like, I have a connection with you that it's like I don't want to exploit. And so it made me like kind of pulled back because it's like I never wanted to be that. Oh, hey, I fucking grew up in the LGBT community.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like
Gotcha.
from a child. You know what I mean? Well, there was no Q then, but
And like,
you know what I mean? Like, so it's just very strange because like I always had that kind of like I don't know, like just uncomfortableness.
Yes.
In a setting, you know, because it's like, and again, not because of sexual preference at all. I fucking care less.
No,
you know,
yeah.
I tell you what, tell you a crazy story, blow everyone's mind real quick. We're at a cast party, right after a show, right after theater shows, you have a cast party when the show's ended, right, and shit gets fucking wild at theater cast parties.
Some guy
like
kissed Jack.
drugs, alcohol, everyone's fucking like shit's crazy, right? So we're all hanging out. I'm young at this point, right? Like, how old was I? I had to have been like 13, right? So older kids, 12 or 13 I was, right? They're all fucking drinking and shit. I think it was like the first time I smoked pot was that night, you know, fucking youngster. And this one kid, Jay, who's telling us, he's like, he goes, you want to know what it's like to get fucked in the ass? Right?
God.
And we're all just like, now again, as a kid, you're like, all right, I'm kind of uncomfortable here, you know, got this hot girl on my lap. I'm trying to hold back my kid boner, you know, like this is, everything's awkward. And this guy just comes out with, you know what it's like to get fucked in the ass? And he looks at me, he goes, Jess, you know when you're taking a really big shit right when it's coming out and you're like, oh, that's it. And the whole room is just like, oh man, you know, and that has always stuck with me.
well, I listen. When it
God, I
goes
want to
back-
hear your theory.
like,
Sorry.
right there for cancel culture. Number one, I think people are just looking for that pop. That
Go on. What do you mean?
Yeah.
that viral moment. It's another way of becoming viral.
Oh, online, sure.
So
But I
that's-
think it also runs deeper than that because there
Sure,
are actual
sure.
people out there that aren't social media minded.
I'm talking about when
focused.
they get ridiculous. Like the shithead who said we were making fun of mental illness because we didn't like someone didn't like an NF song, so we were making fun of mental illness.
Right, we were laughing at mental illness. Yeah, it's like
Right, but that
people
don't
go
you-
to the extremes.
Right, what are they looking for?
Right, she's or he or she, I don't forget what it
was a she.
looking for the likes.
Correct.
Looking for people to comment and
Looking for
go,
a
I
viral-
agree with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, we talk about this all the time. Like
Yeah.
people build their echo chamber one post at a time, one like at a time. So that's
hot in here.
that's how your echo chamber is built. So
Right.
realistically, and see, this is the problem with social media. There's two things about social media. Social media and the era we live, technology, as well as social media, is that there's more access to communication, and people are able to say more things quickly with no sort
Yes.
of gauge
filter.
or correction and
No one-
filter, and you're able to hit more people. So you can send a tweet, and it can go halfway around the world before people even realize it's a lie. And that's where we're at.
Right.
And the
Right.
second problem with social media,
It's you can blast out to thousands of people
A lie.
your ridiculous, impulsive, drunken opinions.
yeah,
Pow.
like
Correct.
if
Yeah. It could ruin someone's life or ruin your life.
just like that. And then the second part about social media
Crazy.
and technology, which is the worst, is that people's lives aren't real anymore. Like nothing's real. Like people are lying and faking it all day long through social media, and now you're trying to comment and have an opinion on a truth that may not even be a truth. Like
right.
so, like you're
then you look stupid.
Yeah, you look stupid because you're,
Yeah.
you're in the matrix. Like you're way off base every time.
Yeah.
Like every time.
You know what had happened last? You know the last time
Good.
that happened? Was, I think it was after the riots last year, and they were saying that the cop dog on Paw Patrol, they were getting rid of him.
Yo.
Everyone went nuts.
They wanted to
Yeah, I
get rid
remember
of.
that.
I go on Facebook and I go, you know this is bullshit, right?
Yeah.
It was just some dude just making a joke. And everyone's like, no, it wasn't. I saw it. It's like, you
Well,
saw it.
that's what it is. Like, this is where, like, when you take a step back, right? And again, like,
Come on,
you're the one who told us to watch it, so I fucking watched it.
go on.
Alex Jones on with Andrew Schultz. And
Oh,
fucking,
yeah.
Bro, that was not only
I didn't finish it
entertaining.
because towards the end he was so drunk. I was like,
Oh, God, good.
Right? This guy always.
did?
Oh god, because he got crazy. He got not really. I mean, it was a lot of like
I mean-
repeat, and they talked about him getting into comedy and stuff, which would be fucking.
He said
Hilarious.
Chris Hansen
Fantastic,
blew up
you
in
know.
a car. It was funny.
Yeah, but he would be the equivalent of the guy with the He's from down south. He was on that tour with the
Theo Von.
He was on the tour with
the
Larry the Cable Guy. He always wears the black suit.
He's talking about
Bill Engvall.
No. Shit.
Tater Salad.
Yeah,
that guy. Fucking Ron White.
Ron
Yes,
White, thank you.
He would be Ron White.
Okay.
And Ron White's funny.
Yeah.
right,
No,
but
I
where
like
you
Ron
going?
White.
But Ron White,
I like Ron White.
his conservatism bleeds through his comedy.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, and that's okay.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's okay. Like, just
it
like
was
liberalism
okay then.
bleeds
Would
through
it
people's
be
comedy.
okay now?
Yeah, because he'd have a base.
You know?
Listen,
like-
Apparently he's been.
listen, I'm gonna make
back
the,
at
Killing it?
Listen,
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it clear for America too. Comedy, first of all, whether you believe in cancel culture or not, whether you believe in woke or not, if we don't defend comedy and music, we will no longer
Yes.
have arts. We will no longer have the arts.
Correct.
Because
Yes.
comedy and music is the last form of artistic expression
Right.
that should be defended at all costs.
Unless it's overtly.
Whether you're offended or not. It should
I'm
be.
talking like.
I don't give a fuck what they say.
They go up to do a KKK speech and.
Bro,
make
if
jokes
someone
about
got
it,
up, if a
they're
comedian
weird.
got up and he made a KK speech, the question is it funny and to whom?
Actually,
If it's
Dave
not
Chappelle made a
funny,
joke
then
about
it's not a joke. It's just your rant, and that's a different story.
You know what?
Chappelle
It's
said
funny.
something about that.
I
When a
wanna-
black- okay,
I
when a
don't want-
black
I wrote
guy-
down what I
Hold
so
on.
I don't forget what I was trying to say.
When a
but-
black guy walks up and we all do it, the white guy is talking like this, and we make the white guy voice. We never asked white people if that was funny. We just made that joke. Black people made it. We all laugh at it. So why is that okay?
I actually got into an argument here. I got three things now to say. I got into an
enough.
argument with someone a few
And I'll
years
tell you,
back,
like, the answer, okay.
where it's like, well, but it's okay for white people to do the typical black guy, loud black guy voice. And I was like,
Who does that?
Well, yeah, because Eddie Murphy's the first one who did that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
true,
Like
yeah.
when he was talking about when he was making fun of his dad. You know,
Yeah.
like he's the one who implemented that. You did what? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that stereotypical. But okay, off of that, I watched another. This is the second one now. I watched a TED Talk with Andrew Schultz.
That was a good talk.
It was really cool, It
was a good one.
And he was just talking about basically what you just said, you have to keep the arts alive.
Yep.
Because that's like the one area. That's what sets us apart from other nations.
Yes.
Is our ability and our culture, our arts, our open dialogue. And that is what's under attack. Now, also segues me right back to the first thing I was trying to say before. When you take a step back and the crazy rants of like Alex Jones and the conspiracy nonsense and crazies like that, a lot of that shit is rooted in some truth. They take it and bring it to an extreme, like most things. But
100%.
it's very clear to me now that it all of this is just the machine at work. It's just another
Globalist?
cog.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, kind of, yeah.
papers,
like,
the
it's
papers,
kind
those are
of,
papers.
but not on that extreme where it's like, oh, the globalists are going to take over.
Right.
and blah, blah, blah.
That's.
But yeah, I mean, like in a sense, yeah, like that's exactly what's happening. It brings me back to like that fucking Immortal Technique song from decades ago. It was basically the whole thing. I think it's called The Fifth Branch, and it was how influential and mind controlling the media is. And whatever the media wants you to believe, they will. And it gets easier for them as technology
where
grows.
you see that?
Go
to a gym and you see CNN and Fox right next to each other.
Yeah.
And you look at the headlines.
Yeah.
One says crisis at the border, terrorism possible, and the other one's like, oh, kids are getting into the country and it's great. And it's just like two
I will say
different
this.
fucking worlds, and it's hilarious.
I love how the narrative changes now. Now it's called
Detention centers?
no, not even detention centers because that's
not
too rough.
concentration
It's
camp?
like something camps, and it's like
gosh.
it's kids in cages. Like it's literally it's the same thing. It's kids in cages. When did we change kids in cages? That was only for 4 years?
They put a bow on it,
January,
Jesse.
Right.
January 15th.
Like Biden
Lips got a pig.
opened up his old cages
Yeah.
that the Trump administration shut down.
Right.
Like, reopened them.
Well, putting a bow on it.
Like it's beautiful.
How dare you?
It's insane.
How dare you? Right.
Beautiful. Washington at work. It's like, hey,
But I have one
how
more
about that
thing.
stimulus check, guys? Right? It's really nice, right? We're going to get a little bit of money here. Just fatten all those bombs that we keep
Listen.
dropping on Syria. I'm back.
listen,
happy
you know
we're
what,
back to
though?
that one.
At the same time, I did see some posts of people going, no, I really do need that money. I know some of y'all are
Of
making
course,
jokes.
bro.
There are a lot
Who
of people
does?
that need
Of
that
course,
money.
people
Yeah,
need
but
the money.
okay.
It's not the point. If
No.
the point is you promised $2,000 checks. You ran on $2,000 checks.
Correct.
Now you're giving $1,400
well,
checks.
He used that 600.
Yeah, we see what you did there.
$2,000.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Basically, what I'm gonna say is, you're gonna let Donald Trump give more money to people than you? That's crazy.
That's a good call. But
Because Trump gave it to everyone. Biden has now made
to poor people.
stipulations.
Like, you gotta make under 75. You gotta be broke.
You got to make under 80 or something like
you
that.
only
or
get it if you're broke.
75,
If you-
yeah.
I think that's what it was.
No. Everyone got it before.
No, everyone got it before.
Everyone got it before.
Because the whole shit was shut down.
I mean, I was
As they
married
should.
to an accountant who said no. There was stipulations. I know. I remember.
Oh,
there was.
sure,
And
maybe,
the reason why we
maybe,
were
but
able
it
to
was-
get, she was able to get her full. What was it? $2,000 originally.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, it was $2,000.
Well, whatever. The reason why she was able to get that full amount was because of me. When we combined our
Incomes.
incomes, we didn't. exceed
Interesting.
that.
I'll have to
yes.
look more into that one, but
Yes.
depending.
There were stipulations.
Well, but
I don't know if they were
listen.
as strict. I think they were looser.
I'll
Okay.
be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. Republican or Democrat, Trump or Biden, like
Yeah, that's-
American people have to sit there and really do some soul searching. Like,
That wasn't my point of either administration.
No,
That wasn't
I'm
my
just saying-
whole point. Is it's the machine, no matter whom.
I get what you're
is
saying, but
there.
my point is like American people should be in an outrage, but they're too distracted by dumb shit. Because I'm going to be honest with you, the pandemic, we're almost on a full. Actually, no, are we in March yet? What's this date?
Yeah, bro, we're mid-March.
Bro, yeah, we're almost out of
All
March.
right, so we're in a full year.
Mid-March, not really out of it.
We're now in the anniversary of a pandemic, and
Yes,
the
I think
American
today was the
people,
year.
Bro, I
the
think
American
we-
people have been awarded a total of $3,000. Is that what this is? 3,400.
No, four grand total.
Okay, so $4,000 total. You divide that by a year. That's
Well, once you get your 14, if you get your 14.
so.
Correct.
That's less than $400.
So right now, 26
That's less than
we got.
$400 a month.
Yeah, but
That
hold
was given to people for a fucking global pandemic where literally if you went outside you could die. So, like, work with me. Like, where's the lie? The 400.
Well, we all had it. Did you guys feel like you were going to die?
No, I never felt like I was gonna die. I just felt like I wanted to die. only because of I had a bad migraine.
Yeah, I mean,
The
the
migraine
headache,
was the worst.
The headache
part.
sucked, but I
Whatever,
took
dealt with the
Aleve and it was done.
I dealt with yes, like there was a portion of the day because I took Excedrin actually where I had no headache and I was just a little achy and I was like, fuck this, and I went on the studio, fucking made some music, watched
Yeah.
some TV. I was fine, but it was like that morning, night, end of night.
It's not like sad music, like NF music.
No, I was making some dope shit actually. Yes, Jesse, I
I've been waiting for it.
I'm fucking around.
I messaged him
I'm
some
fucking
shit.
around. I'm fucking around.
Well, since we're on the politics kick, I want to go by. Oh, did you see what Biden said about the 4th of July?
What?
If you wear your mask, and I think take the vaccine will allow you to.
Yeah, well, don't even get me started on that shit.
Do what?
I wilded out about
We'll
this.
allow you to have a small gathering on 4th of July with your family.
Chill, I got pictures.
No.
I got pictures of Cuomo.
Literal
We're
words.
gonna have a party.
Literal
Penny
words.
Amphitheater will be open
Gene, you're
once I
missing it.
fax in the Cuomo pictures. But yeah, what?
Literal words.
Will allow
We
you.
will allow you.
I know. Listen,
But
now,
he's an 80-year-old white man. That's
he's
how they
also
speak.
out of his mind.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the shit I'm
Still.
talking about. Because guess what? If he wasn't president of the United States and he spoke like that in another form, he'd be canceled. Because he's using will allow is basically saying you're my dad or you're my boss. You see what I'm saying? So if he was not the president, he'd be canceled.
Yeah,
Right?
I know. Listen.
Because you
This
can't-
is what
I
a
don't
year
like-
of lockdown does. It allows for
How dare you say
fucking
I'm allowed?
tyranny. Like,
Don't allow
it's
me.
it's okay now. Like we're okay with this, with these
No,
words.
we're not okay with it. Most people aren't.
one's
They're just
not.
not.
Fucking
They're just
insane.
not as angry as you. They're pissed and like, well, fuck you. I'm gonna do what I want.
Not
anyway.
everyone is.
And you're here going down.
Jesse, not everyone is prepared to go in the forest without showers.
Bro,
and berries.
it's mid-March.
We're not ready.
It's
We're
mid-March.
not ready.
Gene, it's mid-March. The promise of money's going out the door as soon as we take office. It's mid-March. Money's not even out the door yet. I know a couple people that have gotten it, right? Hold on. But we certainly had enough time to drop a bunch of bombs in areas and drum up another fucking war
Bombs over
that we were
Baghdad.
over, that we were out of.
Yeah, it's a remix.
I promise we're going to do right by the unions. first fucking day cuts off the pipeline. Now we're relying on foreign oil again. That union gets the fucking boot.
Yeah,
he's not working with the teachers union.
Gallon now, right? I don't know. I haven't.
But I'm just saying, it's like
Okay.
It's just
I'm going to help you out.
I don't need help with this. I'm just ranting. I don't even want to talk about it. I want to go back to cancel culture.
Let him rant.
Okay, right.
I want to go back to the cancel culture because we missed a huge topic on this.
Which one?
What?
You can't
Don't say Mr.
cancel
Potato.
Eminem.
You can't cancel Eminem.
But he's uncancelable. We know that.
It's just the nerve, and this is what I want to just say. What
Did you see
don't
the video
understand.
that everyone was going
Yeah.
from?
It's
it was
not
some little
even-
girl going, see? And she got probably destroyed all over. She probably can't even be on social media.
But she got to have 15 minutes of fame.
She got 15 minutes of torture.
Yeah, but
there's
no such thing as
there's
bad
no way
publicity.
this little girl
She'll be
is
all right.
offended by the stupid line, I'm going to tie her to the bed and set the house on fire. And she's like, see, this is terrible. Let's cancel him. And everybody's like, you're fucking stupid. Literally everyone.
Obviously not everyone, because there was a movement to cancel Eminem over, and that's
Go on
what's
TikTok.
insane to me is that it's over that song.
Right.
Like,
But I went
so
on.
much
See,
more.
I always try
have
to
you
follow
never
these
heard
things.
Criminal?
Yeah.
Have you never heard Kim?
I was gonna say.
Are you kidding me? Like,
Okay, so it's
The
funny.
skit where he
so,
digs up the fuck with his daughter there? Like, come on.
Okay, so it's funny you say that, and this is back to my connection with cancel culture and capitalism, is that cancel culture only works when there's enough numbers to back up the opinion. If there's not, like, if Eminem,
Yeah, of
if
course.
enough people agree,
now I disagree with that. I mean, I agree with you, but I disagree as a whole.
I'm not
Because-
saying it's right or wrong.
Like,
I'm just saying
because
it only works
I can
when
guarantee
there's
you
enough
that
support.
I can guarantee you that there is not much support for canceling Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
There was a small group of people that wilded out. Just
Someone had
they
the
were
power.
able to
Yeah,
lobby in the proper
someone had the power.
areas. You know what I mean? Like,
Someone had the
it's.
power.
I feel like it's going to be a lot harder to cancel mega superstars.
That's my point.
That's what he's
Because we're inching close. We're
not-
inching
it's
close
just
to
like-
destroying the arts.
You see that girl, the one we talked about
I mean,
last,
think
last
about it.
week, the Mandalorian, whatever.
Oh, yeah. The girl played Cara Dune.
Yeah.
Gina Carano.
There was enough numbers to cancel her because she's not a megastar. Like Eminem, look at us. We have a lot of intensity right now in this conversation because we know that's obscene because Eminem is like a religion. So the idea
It's because if there's even just an inkling of canceling of Eminem because of song lyrics,
then everyone's open. Everyone's
that's a
open,
slippery slope, man.
No, that's more than a slippery slope.
Then like what's
That's an
happening? No,
avalanche.
no more,
that means-
no more horror movies.
That means Snoop.
You know,
that
no
means
more.
Snoop has to come off his cooking show because motherfucker was pimping hoes
Word.
in 3 albums. We'd have to just keep pulling. Like LL Cool
Dr.
J
Dre?
was licking his lips. We're gonna have to take him off NCIS.
Look at his
You
lips.
know
Well, I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
I think the LL Cool J is pretty clean, actually.
I don't know.
Let me ask you this though,
He was
like
doing it and doing it and doing it well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made.
He took a muscle bound man, stuck his face in the sand.
You know what I mean?
to make this a complete race thing.
I caught it.
Okay, I just
knew
caught
you
it.
would. That's why I was
just
looking
caught
at
it.
him.
I just caught it. All right, I was slow on that one. To make it a complete race thing, who was, other than Bill Cosby, who was the last black man to get canceled?
No, it is. Nick Cannon, his boy that he always calls the wrong guy.
Nick Cannon, but he's very light skinned.
Oh my gosh. Stop it. Oh
Come
my
on,
gosh.
come on, I'm just saying.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it's Nick Cannon.
You're just saying that because he played drum
Yeah,
line.
well,
No,
Tell
okay,
that to
all
the
right,
Queen
fair
of
enough. Because
England,
I was
'cause
trying
she
to
didn't
think,
care.
like, who?
Nick Cannon caught the heat.
Stacey Dash, you know, but she was a
got-
conservative
Oh,
puppet.
but she's-
no, Stacey Dash actually.
Oh, I seen it. She tried to make a comeback, and she
guess
was
what?
like, "Oh, they put
I
me
was,
up to it."
I was on a couple Facebook pages.
I lost all respect for her now.
And we all laughed.
Like-
They're like, Stacey Dash wants to be invited back to the cookout. We're like, no thanks. No thanks. Stay on your side. Like,
I never had a problem with Stacey Dash until she now has just tried to retract everything and revive her career. It's like, yo,
you mean like
should've-
Kanye?
You should have just stayed.
Man, being broke
What
is
did
a hell of a
Kanye
drug.
do? Kanye.
Kanye said that he was being used by the Republican Party and he's staying out of politics. That was one of the last
Of course,
things he
because
said.
Kim was like, his money is gone.
Yeah, so exactly. Because you know what it is? I'm going to tell you something.
Gap isn't doing too well, I'll tell you that right
Once
now.
again, what you get, if you follow the money, you get to the source. These people realize the business opportunity in being a conservative, especially being a black conservative. Even I said it. Remember, I'm like, I should do it. I'd make money, millions. Being a black conservative, if you can eloquently portray the opinion, they'll embrace you. There's a reason why Candace Owen is worth $3 million. She doesn't really do much other than speak her opinion. So she doesn't do anything. She doesn't rap. She don't dance. She just gets on a mic like this and says conservative opinions, and she is supported. So at the end of the day, people like Stacey Dash, Kanye West with that Christian album.
Kevin Hart got half canceled.
Yeah, but there's but what I'm saying, there's no authenticity. I lost mad respect for Kevin Hart. I lost mad respect for him.
Apologizing?
He said apologizing. No, because he said he would never apologize. And then he did. And then he apologized.
Because he was told to.
Exactly, but it's like
he didn't need to apologize.
That's why Dave Chappelle will always be the GOAT. Because Dave Chappelle's never apologized for shit and would never apologize for shit.
No.
But like Fab said, a lot of people try to get rich quick and pull a Chappelle, which means they disappear. Like at the end of the day,
right.
I love Dave Chappelle.
Yeah,
he did.
But you know what it is too?
He had to take think about how dirty the game is. That a guy with that much money had to literally disappear because of all the pressure and all of this.
Well, he also he explained a little bit on that David Letterman show, right?
Yeah.
I think it was the David Letterman show. He kind of explained a little.
Maybe it was that one. I remember
watching. He was feeling uncomfortable. He was saying, like, he made a good point. He said,
jokes
I felt like I was being laughed at rather than laughed,
with. Yeah.
Because they were doing some like
crazy
really skit, like
it was something. It was something that he said about something that his father said to him, where it was like, something along the lines of like, when the money gets too much or it seems too good, it's time to walk away or something along those lines. And when the $50 million came across him, he was just like,
I posted
nope,
I'm out.
I
posted the most powerful thing he said. He said, in Africa, there's a tribe, and it's called I forgot what type of trap it is, but there's an animal.
Oh, when
you stick your hand in it, and it grabs the soul.
Yeah.
And he was like, the difference is...
That's how we used to catch raccoons.
Yes.
Put shiny things in
The thing is, they could just let go of the stone.
But they don't.
They
hold on. Same thing with the raccoons. So they hold on to the shiny objects.
So what happens is the African
They'll either rip off their hands.
No, so what happens, the African tribe will grab that thing that won't let go, because it's trapped now. They grab it. They actually give him more salt, and then they let him go, because now he's going to go lead them to water. And that's how they find the water.
Oh, yo, that's.
But the thing is,
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yo, I love that.
And Dave Chappelle,
good, right?
Yeah,
that one hit me.
And Dave Chappelle's point was like, I just let go of the salt. That's the difference between me and them.
Right. Right.
And that's the point.
But you know what? With the Eminem thing.
That's real, right? Yeah, like that's
why he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
With this Eminem thing, I went on TikTok. I'm like, all right, it's TikTok is supposed to. So I looked up the whole thing, and to be honest, there's still a lot of young kids out there still listening and loving Eminem. It's not just people our age. It's not old heads.
I think Eminem. We talked about.
Well, Eminem
has timeless music.
Yeah, exactly. Eminem will forever reach a certain demographic, regardless.
And you have to understand, Eminem's content will forever be relatable, because who doesn't struggle with their parents? Who doesn't struggle with their girlfriend? Who doesn't struggle with having a child? Who doesn't struggle with living in a shitty neighborhood?
Yeah.
You know what I noticed though? Whenever there's something cancellation thing happening, whatever, like even the Bill Burr thing, I was like, let me go look this up, see what's happening. I never see the people complaining. I see the people against the complaint. I see the people sticking up for that person. So I go to look for Eminem. I see not one person going, yeah, no, Eminem should be canceled. I agree with this little girl. Not one. I go on fucking Twitter to check this Bill Burr thing out. It's just all people going, it's like there's a couple of... Like you'll get them, and then it's just 90%.
Right. What I think it is, it's like those borderline pseudo influencers. They're not exactly influencers.
They got a check mark somehow.
Yeah, but like it's like they're going for their shot. So it's like
shooting their shot. That's
right. That goes back to what I was saying. Yeah,
I'm gonna explain something. Social media. The way social media works. You do cool shit, you do stuff, people follow you because you're interesting, and then hopefully more people find you more interesting and you follow.
Right.
So unless you do something mega, drop an album, do something crazy, it's hard to build. So people are always looking for the stunt or the 15-minute fame or that quick moment that girl said, catch me outside on Dr. Phil. and she's forever
She didn't
famous.
say catch me outside. She said catch,
Catch me outside, yeah. So
How about that?
How about that? So she's forever famous.
How about that?
Because she was actually being herself.
And now she's Bad Baby, spelled
And now
very
she has
weird.
record deals, albums. She's done
Beefs
music.
with other artists.
That's what I'm saying.
She's
So
a little thought.
like people don't understand. Like
She's actually not that
everyone
bad
would
looking.
kill for that. Like everyone would kill for that.
toss it.
And that's why with cancel culture,
Do her.
like this is why certain people don't interact with certain people. Like they don't respond like when people take shots at them, because I'm not gonna get involved in this because I'm not gonna give your
I get it. I get
bullshit light of day.
Get
And that's what
And that
guys
whole
like
thing-
Eminem. There's nothing.
I have one more thing.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, and it's like that's why I don't really get like too crazy about that shit, because most of the time it doesn't reach my radar.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because like I'm not
I
like
agree.
into.
There's a reason.
I'm not into pop culture like that. I never really was though, even growing up. Like, but you know, so it doesn't really. But when it does reach my radar, it's like okay, then there's obviously something drumming.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Okay, well,
Like-
okay, I'll give you another quick one.
Like for sheer fact, sorry, just to like on this Eminem thing, like maybe it was coincidence. I don't necessarily believe in coincidence too much, you know.
I'm listening.
But he then releases like a dope ass lyric video, you know, like kind of like
I think he just capitalized on the moment.
yeah, no, but that's what
I
I'm
don't think
saying.
it was
It's like
yeah, I think it was oh shit, my name's every fucking
Like
where.
if you're
I
trending,
gotta
you
release
drop it.
right, but it's like it was that specific song that is pretty much like a fuck you, you know, to like well, I mean that's
Tekashi
pretty much
does.
everything.
Tekashi.
But
Well, I'm glad you said that because it's funny you say that
I'm gonna
because
beef with this person on camera. I'm gonna say some shit,
yeah.
and then I'm gonna release a song, and it's gonna
no.
have like 18 million views in
But
like
he's a troll.
45 minutes.
But I'll tell you this: what's so funny that you say Tekashi, with the state of hip hop right now, it's weird because we're in a weird space. Because what's happening now is this is why Tekashi, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Like I'm not a fan at all, but he is
dope.
one of the most important people. He will go down as one of the most important people in the culture because Tekashi is undoing the whole concept of the streets. That whole shit about being a tough guy, being a drug dealer, gangbanger, like he's undoing it. Like he's literally pulling it.
no,
once-
that's literally his persona.
But
You know, I
he's-
don't think you. I
but-
think you're underestimating average white people who don't know anything about it.
I know,
They
but-
just see a dude and they think, "Well, this guy's a gangster."
I know, but you have to understand. Okay, I agree with that, but
Average whites
the whole
don't
urban,
understand.
the whole urban community, it's on fire. Like I have an argument about this maybe once every 2 weeks.
I feel like he only appears to the tweakers.
No, but he's a snitch. Everyone knows he's a snitch, and now we're at a point.
Yeah.
We're at a point where his continued success undermines years of, and I'll say it right here on camera, it undermines years of poor social education in the black community.
Unless someone
the
takes him
idea
out.
of not snitching and the amount of money made off of that type of culture.
No, I'm confused what you're saying here.
Okay, what I'm saying is, for years, rappers condoned not snitching.
Yeah.
This was the topic of many albums.
They still do though.
They still do, but 6ix9ine success is undermining the concept because he went.
but I don't think who
He's a-
really respects him.
It doesn't matter.
But of course it does.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
But you don't
matter.
think Bobby Shmurda getting released
Bobby
for the same
Shmurda?
thing is bringing it back?
Bobby Shmurda getting
As far as I'm
released?
concerned, it kind of
No,
is.
Bobby Shmurda getting released, and I said this, is one of the biggest things for the culture because Bobby Shmurda is the only guy who went to jail, did more time for his friend. I don't know if you know the specifics, but Rowdy, he did 3 more years. So Rowdy was facing 13, and he was facing something small. He split it. So he did 7, he did 7. So,
Has it been 7 years?
yeah.
He did the full
Do you
term?
remember this money dance? When's the last time you heard that?
Bro.
Okay, so now,
I'm out.
now keep in mind, Bobby Shmurda is now a reconnection to the don't snitch, stand by your man, commit crimes, do the time.
Well, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm telling you, 6ix9ine success, because one of the
I could say like in
one
the
of things
battle
that 6ix9ine
community,
is doing-
6ix9ine is used a lot in lines.
Yeah, it's because it's
But I'm just saying, like that's
I don't
still
think-
that's still a big aspect of the culture.
I don't think
know, but,
anyone's
you
going
know,
to
like-
recreate that, though, Gene. I don't think a bunch
Like,
of people
that's
are
the
going to come
thing,
out
like-
and
I don't know.
snitches and
I
be-
think it's
No, no,
I think
I
it's
don't-
I think it's borderline offensive that you even put Tekashi in the conversation of the hip hop culture. Like he's
He is.
not. He's
He's
a
100%.
fucking he's a vulture of
He's
it.
100%.
He's a pop star.
It doesn't matter.
You know, like
It just doesn't matter.
He is a pop star.
He is a
Yeah,
pop
I
star.
agree with that.
He brings rock star feel to hip hop. That's what
I mean,
he
if
does.
if you want to call what he does hip hop, I
Okay.
do not. I
That-
consider it pop.
that deep bass and okay.
You're just going off his beat, though, Gene.
Exactly.
You can't just go off his beat.
I'm not just going to beat, but you got to understand he produces something and he gives you something. So
yeah, sure.
similar to Pop Smoke and that deep drill music, before Pop Smoke and that deep drill thing,
I just recently got into him even more.
that
dope.
drill thing is going crazy. That deep bass,
Shit.
fucking
Pissed I didn't know about him before he died.
6ix9ine screaming on records with that deep bass too is an example. I'm not gonna stretch the point. What I'm trying to tell you is that
Try and keep your mic a little closer.
the idea of being a real street dude is dead.
I disagree.
I don't need to be a gangbanger.
I understand
to
what you're
sell
saying.
Records.
I understand what you're saying,
Done. It's
but
over.
I think that it's just. I think it's morphed.
It's still there.
It's.
Listen, just go through that hip hop. Go through the hip
You're
hop.
gonna see.
Top hip hop.
Mark my words. You're gonna see an influx of regular people rapping about nonsense over beats, being successful. You're no longer gonna
did that
hear
already with
about your young
mumble rap.
Jeezys. There'll be no more your young Jeezys, your Jay-Z's, and guys.
Of course
who,
there will be. It'll just be on a different vein. It might not be on
not be-
selling crack on the corner, but
I get what you're saying.
it'll turn into something else.
I agree, but it won't.
You know, like it's
it-
only a matter of time until it's like, you know, I'm hacking computers for Bitcoin. You know what I'm
word.
saying? Like it's gonna be a new hustle.
Right. I bought this stock on some shit that I knew about.
Yes, I
don't know how to rhyme
I
that.
got what
No,
you're
I'm just
job.
saying, you know what I mean? Like I'm robbing laptops for Bitcoins. Like that's gonna be
I get it, but what I'm trying to tell
They
you
can be
is
billionaires. They ain't
You know
gonna be
what I'm saying?
rapping anymore.
that
Fuck.
that's still different. One, and it's still not the same illusion of guys with guns on street corners. There's a big difference. Even Tekashi with the big guns in the videos, he was part of that illusion. And I'm actually excited about this. I want that illusion to die. I would rather hear a record about laptops and Bitcoin than street sweepers clearing out blocks.
Agree.
The next
I
rapper
agree.
that says I'm pulling up in a block with the street sweeper, I don't want to hear that. I'm over that. That gets people killed. Because an idiot who doesn't understand that just music.
Yeah, but that is see, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yes.
And I think that there's authenticity
Yes.
is what's missing there.
And it's done.
So it's like but that's what I'm saying. It's not done because another 50 is out there. He's just young right now, going through that struggle. And when he finds his music and finds his sound and puts his life on record, and it's authentic and it's dope, that shit's gonna hit. That's what it's all about.
It's
my
possible,
issue
but I think it's
issue with
probable.
Tekashi, and I feel like most people see through that
Not
are
everything's a lie.
there's no authenticity there.
But you know my friend,
it's an act.
You know what my friend says
You
all the
know?
time? One of my best friends who also wants to be on the
You also
podcast.
don't like drinking.
One of my friends who also wants to be on the
Lies.
podcast, make of my shirt Icy Down. He enjoys it. Like,
What? The music?
He enjoys the destruction of the gangster element
Oh.
of hip hop. Not hip hop. He's like it's 6ix9ine makes a mockery of something that people try to treasure,
It's still there.
which
It's
is the
just
street
they're
life.
just trash
and
songs
you know
and
what?
trash
It needs
artists.
to go away because the black community as a whole will never excel. And I always tell you this until snitching in some fashion is understood and how that could help the community. So rappers that
I don't know, man.
that excel in the keep your mouth quiet while I'm selling crack to your brother, it's time for them to go. And I'm excited.
Darren,
Yeah, okay.
Fair enough.
I'm with you on that for sure.
Yeah.
make a point and move on.
No, we can move on from that. I'm not
Yeah.
going to argue. I'm not going to argue my taste in music, against
Yeah, it's a
someone
taste.
else's
It is a
taste in
taste. You're
music.
absolutely
Like,
right. Yeah,
Not
absolutely.
just
you know what I mean? Like,
And
there's a reason
that's
why
fair
I
enough.
still throw on Old Mob Deep. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, the reason why you throwing on my
it's because I like that shit. It's
not-
the reason why I stay in underground hip hop.
I know, but you have to
know,
understand, you like the feel. You like the lyrics. You like the music. You like the beat. There's a difference between liking music and people who are caught up in a vicious cycle of reenacting. People,
Well, sure, but that's what I'm saying.
Like when
And
Jadakiss says-
that brings it back to authenticity.
it's not just authenticity.
But it is.
Okay, you can be authentic. And first of all, most music is authentic because you can't rap things that like, even 6ix9ine, he's lying, but he's to me
Do you think for a second 6ix9ine writes his own songs?
probably not.
You're not saying anything.
Definitely not.
What, lyrics?
Yeah.
He doesn't say nothing.
But say
but that's
anything.
what
I could do
Probably
a
is.
somebody else is saying, here, bro, do this.
I could do a 6ix9ine with song with
Possibly, I'm sure.
JP right now.
I'm just saying, most big artists, most of them.
Actually, Charlemagne had a really good point on this.
What?
You know, they had a big conversation on Brilliant Idiots, because they had a couple guys that are just in the business or whatever with them, and they were saying, because their original question was, is the Drake era over?
Yes.
And then the motherfucker came out with a 3-song album, and all 3 songs are in the top 10. 2 of them 1 and 2.
Yeah, but
is it?
Okay, here's the thing about the Drake.
Is
here's,
it?
Here's the thing about Drake. Drake is
No.
They don't think so.
Drake is this generation's Jay-Z. Bar none. However, Drake's okay. The sound of music right now is different than it's evolving. So let me try to break this down. So what happens is this: we went from an album era where people had to produce album because you had to
the single era and to now the streaming era.
and but understand why. The bars era or the lyrics era, you had to prove.
Don't say it.
Hold on. You had to prove the ability to consistently produce. You had to prove that you're not a one-hit wonder. You had to prove that you can go bar for bar, single for single. That's why people had to do double. People had to do double CDs back in the day.
They didn't have to.
Right?
They didn't have to. They had the content.
But they had to compete and show how much nicer I am than others. I can do 24 songs to your 12.
Sure.
Then we are in an era now. My attention span is so small. Just give me one thing right now. It's like drugs. Give me one thing right now. And then guess what? 4 weeks later, give me another thing, which is why singles became so big, because no matter how good an artist was, you couldn't keep their attention.
You know what the irony about this whole thing
Yeah.
is? Netflix started to drop the whole season, and people would be done with it in a week.
Why?
It would be burnt out.
Instant gratification.
Right.
I
You know
need
what they're
to
doing
watch.
now?
Because you know what I can't
They're
do?
releasing.
You know what
week
Disney's
to week.
doing? One at a time.
Yeah.
People were talking about WandaVision for weeks. Weeks and weeks and weeks. Meanwhile, Stranger Things season 3 was fucking fantastic. Came out 2 weeks later. No.
Well, here's the difference. Oh, you know what Netflix does?
There actually might be switching over. Just so you guys
Netflix puts pressure on itself to continually create. It's like dropping
course.
albums. Now you have to keep dropping albums.
Full
Like
albums.
Netflix is now doing, I believe, a movie a month or some shit like that. Like they're making a brand new movie.
Other people are doing it. They're just
Yeah, but-
buying the content. They're not really doing
Yeah, but my
anything.
point is they're releasing a movie a month because
That's easy.
the pressure is on. So what Disney's doing is like, yo, I'm gonna give you quality over quantity. So I will stretch out the quantity. Like, for example, if an artist was good, they would make a quality album, but they would release it single at a time.
Bumping uglies.
Because you cannot give me a fucking album. It won't work because my attention span is not high enough. You can have 12 fire
I think
tracks.
it's a healthy mixture of both is good.
Yes, because
I think
Yeah.
if
But
you
you're
could
also
give me an
thinking-
album and then maybe a
But
year's
you're
worth
also
of
thinking-
a bunch of singles and then maybe another
yeah,
album.
but the thing is, you're thinking within your age group. It's
I will
it's
tell
not a
you this.
problem. But you're thinking within your age
But all
construct.
these guys are still releasing albums.
I will tell you
Yes,
this.
that
Can
doesn't mean
I
they're
say
winning.
this?
People drop albums not just to make money.
The
JP.
Baby.
They do it.
Lil Baby, the
Hold
biggest
on.
artist in the world
Sometimes
right now.
people, Sometimes people drop album.
Right.
It seems like they're dropping albums to make money. They're dropping albums to stay relevant.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
There's a difference, and that relevancy they will then
mixture.
barter for money by doing commercials, doing this. So how do you know the baby? He's a rapper. The only way he stays relevant is if he raps. So the album is a chess move to be able to stay relevant and get money other ways. But go ahead.
Is anyone
disagree.
gonna call out Lil Baby on that Grammy performance though?
No, dude, I don't watch the Grammys.
Yeah, I don't watch
It's
the Grammys.
trash.
Lil
Trash.
Baby did basically the Baby's same setup. Same fucking setup on the street, on a car, cops everywhere, talking about riots, cops, whatever, with the shield.
you paid
they're
him
rapping
homage.
it.
That's how I look at it.
Same exact.
Well, because the
fucking
machine
thing.
needs to shove that down our throats.
There
still,
you go.
because that makes money. People.
I get it,
There
but
you
it's
go.
just
People
weird
turn
that
them on.
one's Da Baby, one's Lil Baby, and they're doing the exact same
Bro,
shit.
right
If
now-
you want a
I just
single,
want to
you put
say.
Lil
I just
Baby
want to
on
say
it.
again that
Call it a day.
Right now, it's all drill music. That's what's happening right now. Urban hip hop, all drill music.
Lil Baby's just, ugh. I'm not. I try. I do. I try and get into him. I'm trying to see
that guy, CJ
why people
Whoopty?
love him.
Blue cheese. I'm addicted to blue cheese. I stick to my paper like loose leaf. Number one track.
One of the most annoying things for me is artists that don't drop albums, that only drop singles. It's the most annoying thing.
But they're all dropping albums, though.
Right, eventually they do, and then I appreciate that. But it's literally when you have like someone like Dax, right? Like when I first discovered Dax, and it's like I wanted to dive into him. Motherfucker had no albums. He just had a bunch of singles. And
Did you listen to all of them?
I didn't listen to all of them because it got annoying to have to go back,
make a playlist,
go
of his
and
shit.
fucking hit the next one, and then go back.
You have to make.
Yeah, I don't have the time to do that when I'm driving.
Well, here's the thing.
It's just annoying as fuck.
People,
you know what I mean?
People
Like,
just find playlists and they play the music. That's what they're doing now.
And on top of that,
I get that. I get that. And also, just to reiterate, because you're also wrong in what you're saying, because people do singles for money, because you make more money off of streams for
I
it.
said that.
That's what
You
I'm
know,
saying. Yes, I agree.
it's not necessarily to stay relevant. You stay relevant. You stay relevant by you don't stay relevant with albums. You stay relevant with features. That's where you stay relevant. You reach other fan bases. The only way to stay relevant
is to steal fan bases.
I don't want to argue about this. This is literally like what I do.
Features is to steal fan bases from other artists.
It's to stay relevant. It's to build a fan base.
It's to build, yes. It's not relevant. There's a difference. There's relevancy angle and there's building a fan base. Those are two different things.
No, I disagree.
Being relevant and building a fan base is completely different,
It's
Jesse.
a ridiculous argument.
If you walked into a record company and you had this conversation, being relevant and building a fan base is two different things. Being relevant means that the people who already like you continue to like you. Building a fan base means you get more people to like you.
Yes, and then what do you have to do? You have to sustain that.
Yes, and you can do that by millions of ways. We
What I'm
talked
saying
about this
is-
earlier. I have to go outside. You know why? Because I have to build. There are people who like me, that like me.
Yes, I get what you're saying. Sure, fine, whatever.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah,
Like, yeah.
fine, cool. It's fair enough.
There it is.
I understand where he's coming from.
No, honestly, I do understand where he comes from.
but
You
I
did
feel
make
like
a good
the
argument.
game is changing in front of our eyes, and I don't want.
The
You made
game
a
has
good
changed
point.
already.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want us to be in denial.
No,
It's
you
not
made a good
changing.
point.
It's changed. It
Yes.
changed fucking 7 years ago.
It's
Yeah, a
changing
while
right
ago.
now as we speak.
It
was a while ago.
Exactly. It's morphing. And if
Yes,
you want
and
to
it
talk
keeps
about
morphing. I
hip
don't know if
hop,
it's gonna change
your
again.
Takashis are on the fucking way out because people don't respect them anymore.
I've been begging for
yes,
that, but I don't
the
believe it.
teeny boppers. The teeny boppers who don't listen to lyrics, that aren't actual hip hop fans, the pop listeners like the Takashis because they like their beats. The real hip hop heads
good beats.
don't listen to Tekashi because they're in it for lyrics. And that's why lyricism is making a strong comeback. Which is why if you go on YouTube, the most trending videos right now are two lyrical fucking rappers. You know what I mean? So
And
it's,
also,
I'm just saying, like that's
go through. Listen, go to the top. Because I do this all the time now. I go on the hip hop, or I go on pop, or I go on anything that I want to listen to, or just trying to get into.
I go to YouTube now because it doesn't discriminate genre. It just tells you what's the number one trending thing.
I get it. I get it. But I wanted to go to hip hop. I wanted to see what the top songs were. Mm-hmm. And there, sure as shit was Drake and DaBaby, but there was and like Lil Baby. There was other shit in there that was very reminiscent of old school,
Sure.
lyrical.
Because it's
And
coming
I was
back.
shocked in the top 5. I heard a song like this. I thought I was gonna hear all trash in the top 5, top 10, and it's
The explosion of Joyner really brought a big. And I've been watching this. I've been watching this build. So a lot of these older heads who've been around for a minute that kind of got snubbed because of the whole lean error are now starting to get their shine. Like fucking Locksmith. Locksmith has dropped an album almost every week for the last month and a half, and it's been fucking insane.
Album?
Single. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? But it's like
wow.
I'm just saying, like, people are craving content
It's
again.
just like Nas won his album.
You know? Do you hear me?
Yes.
People are craving content.
Okay, Jesse, I'm not disagreeing with you.
The club doesn't want
Slow
content.
down. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm going to tell you this.
But the club is irrelevant because the club's been closed for a year.
Music like fashion is very cyclical. it always comes back around.
Yeah,
Sure.
Happens
So-
in pop.
Yeah, we knew bars.
Weekend?
We knew bars were gonna go pop around because at some point you need to hear something because you keep hearing sounds because that's what beats are. Beats are just sounds, and people get in love with sounds, and that's great. But at some point, lyrics connect. Lyrics connect.
Right.
Bars make you. I mean, lyrics connect, but sound makes you feel.
Sure.
That's why certain people, when they hear beat, they feel. It's a feel. Like
Absolutely.
boom. I feel happy. I feel sad. I feel this. That's the
Be
emotional.
in the gym and listen to music in your headphones.
Yes, it's
Next thing you know, you're like
it's the same reason why people can go crazy.
Happens.
Why people can just fuck with an instrumental, because
Yeah.
it's a feel.
Of course.
Now, the necessity to connect is what we're talking about, and I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, like, for a guy like Drake, who can he? How low can he connect to a 21-year-old, 25, 28? Like, where's the number? Because that's important.
He's still connecting to the young.
I know.
Young kids.
But Drake is the Jay-Z of this era.
But you see, this is why I hate when you say that, because he's not the Jay-Z of the era. Because Drake can connect with more people than Jay-Z was able to connect with. Growing up, I was not a Jay-Z fan. As a
fair.
hip-hop head,
I see what you're saying.
I connected with him zero.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I get what you're saying. I'm just giving...
But I loved Fab.
No, okay.
Why did I love Fab?
Because you connected with him.
Because I
of
connected.
bars.
Because, not only just because of bars, because he made fucking love songs.
Okay.
He made rap love songs. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. I'm using Jay-Z perhaps because
You love him.
I love him. So
Yeah. And you love Drake. And I agree. I understand the
Yeah,
correlation.
so whoever is the bigger in our era...
This is the next one up.
Yeah, he's
basically.
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
trying
Like,
to say.
Yeah,
some,
all
people,
right.
some people would
But
take my
I just
line
wanted
and say
to make
Lil
that
Wayne.
point about
some
Drake.
People will say,
because Drake is another one who makes timeless music.
Yes, he's top
no
five
matter
dead
what,
alive.
Marvin's Room is gonna make you feel.
Exactly.
You know, like he's got songs that you're gonna put on when the lights are low.
Now, my
because it
question is-
fits that
You think it's
vibe.
interesting that he put Rick Ross on the track?
Why would that be interesting?
I don't know. He's
No,
just
Rick Ross
going with
connects
some
to
older
older-
crowds. He's going with
Yeah,
Dude, Rick Ross is the boss, man.
That's what I'm saying.
But Rick Ross connects
I
to
thought
all
it was
the
not.
time.
I thought it was cool that he put
Yeah.
Rick Ross on that track. On a three.
I'll be
three
honest,
songs out.
I'm upset that I never really get. You know what it is? Actually, no. And you might feel me on this. I don't like Rick Ross's music, but I seem to really like him as a featured artist.
That's a lot. That's
You
how
know,
I feel
or
about
like-
the baby.
But you know how that goes because once again,
Oh, what's that one song Rick Ross I love? Is that She Be Staying Up? I ain't coming home. Running the streets. Yeah,
Yes.
running.
No,
That
but-
beat is hard, man. That beat is tough.
as far as beats and production, Rick Ross has always done a good job. Like his first album, Port of Miami, pushing it.
Bro, I was just such a hater
He had-
on so much hip hop for so long.
Like pushing it
Like,
was good. Push it to the limit. I rush and I push. I'll let you hear that beat. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he had who's the biggest boss that you've seen thus far? He has a lot of hits. The problem with Rick Ross is
He's
that
got a good voice.
I feel like the material,
Yes.
like he's rapping about the same shit. Like
That's what happens with a lot of
girls,
these dudes,
food,
though. That's what a lot of them.
girls,
There's only so
food,
much
drugs.
you can go.
I agree,
You know?
which is-
the thing is when there's
I'll give
the
an
thing with
example.
hip hop is there's no melodies involved.
I'll give you I'll give you a good example. 3 years ago, if we had the same conversation, we'd all be talking about Kendrick Lamar.
I wouldn't be.
You wouldn't be, but guess what?
Yo,
and
can I just
told
say-
people he won't last.
I didn't think he would either. He had
But
one good
people
track.
told
two
me
good
he was
tracks.
the best rapper in the game at the time. I'm like Drake.
I've been arguing
and
this.
I'm like Drake
and yo,
will
can I just
outlast
say,
him.
just for the record,
Drake will outlast him, and I was right.
just for the record here, I've given Kendrick
Me too.
so many chances.
Always try.
And years now it's
I
been
mean-
where it's
No, I'm stopping.
I've
You know
actually
why? 'Cause people
I've found
force you to believe that you owed him that.
right. And Alex was the last one because Alex was just like, "You're insane! Like, how
Nope,
do you not
nope,
even
nope.
put Kendrick in?" And I was just like, "Yo, I just
Yo,
don't."
you know something?
And hold on, because
Yeah.
I said I was like, you know why? Because Kendrick hasn't done anything to impress me. Like, because he raps fast and witty
Sometimes
bars
you don't
over
do that.
jazz beats.
Kendrick-
I've been watching Scumby do that.
Last track I liked
2
was that
decades.
DNA track, and that was it.
I'll be honest, like I was trying to say, like I actually did find a Kendrick song that I liked, and it was like Tammy's something. Like
I don't know.
the beat's tough, his flow is cool, the content of the song is
Kendrick
good. You
has
know,
one song that
A DNA track was.
I'm not a big fan of
That
it.
was
Kendrick
big
had
one
a
for
couple
me.
songs that was really good, and then he did a feature with Big Sean, where he basically said, "I'm the king of New York," And that controversy
is what blew him up. Yeah, I remember
say
that.
You're the king of New York.
And then
it's
remember
controversy.
Joel Ortiz.
Yeah, but Kendrick's not from New York.
Yeah,
Right,
He's from the West Coast.
It's a very big,
Even if he's from Brooklyn, it's still going to be a controversial. It's
no,
always a
but it was
controversy.
worse because
It was
It's
it
worse
was
'cause he's
considered
not.
It was
disrespectful.
considered disrespectful.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Because
Agreed.
his career had not reached to a point where he could say some shit like that.
I just
That's
personally
why
like
Joel
J. Cole
Ortiz-
way better.
Joel Ortiz, who one of my favorite rappers, if not top 5, he was the first to cash in on a diss record, and that's why his views on his diss record were through the roof if you compare it to any of his other views.
I got you.
So my point is, once again, it's the beauty of the business, the timing, the diss,
It's
the
all
rap.
timing.
There's so much that's involved.
It's all timing. Tom MacDonald is a perfect example of timing. You know what I mean?
Honestly,
now, hold on, because I know you're gonna.
I'm struggling with him.
I know you are,
am
but
major.
what it just did was he was on major news networks now, and mark my words, his next couple videos are going to
saw that video.
be
He said-
completely
He said,
different.
I've been giving you apple pie, and now I'm going to give you cherry pie
Yeah.
for the next 3 weeks.
And I'm excited.
Deal with it, he's telling people. So now I'm like interested.
Now I'm interested to see what he's going to deliver.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if someone asks you, what type of music does Tom MacDonald make? What would you say? What'd you say?
Honestly, I
Yeah.
would say he's like dumbed down conscious rap.
Tom down conscious rap. What would you say?
Or I would say like pop conscious rap.
Like that's what I think. I think he's like.
Yeah.
He's definitely leans towards pop.
He's
it's
a
the
woke,
same idea
to
with.
me. He's
He's a
funny.
lyrical fucking.
I still put him. People are going to crucify me for saying he's a conscious rapper. You know what I
think
mean?
he's a woke
lyrically.
But I truthfully
he's
believe
a-
that he does.
He's a white forceful
He is-
woke rapper.
forethought in his creation.
Like, listen,
you know?
is he that good?
I don't
at
believe
rap,
so.
At rapping.
I don't believe
itself?
that part. I don't. I believe he's great at.
A lot of people
I
like
think
On
he-
as a technical,
Yes,
as a technical
technical rap,
rapper?
no.
like he's average, you know.
Yeah,
But you know what?
But the one thing that he has over
people to
most
listen to him.
people, he's brilliant. He's brilliant in his marketing. He's
Yes.
brilliant in his visuals.
Yes.
He's brilliant in his beat construction. Like his
Yes.
beats are hard. He makes all of his beats. He produces all of his shit. I mean, he's got that one other guy
Yeah, there's
that
someone
helps
that
him, right?
mixes
There's
it or matches
like
it
another
for him.
person in there
Yeah.
involved. So I mean, as an artist, I just respect that, regardless if I like your content or not. I respect that you create on
the
your
hustle.
own, and like just
Listen,
I appreciate
I
that in
respect
general.
people's hustle.
But I actually am a fan. Like I do enjoy Tom MacDonald. I get tired of
yeah, yeah.
where everyone's against me.
Yes.
You painted this picture. I think you're owning it well. I'm excited to see what this next
Yes.
chapter is.
Yes.
You know, like I'm actually So that's it.
Okay.
That's all I have to say.
Let's
there.
move on.
What else you got, man? Rambling. Sorry, we haven't been. Shouts out to Zelly Cahill law offices, to our attorneys here for letting us use their conference room
This is my conference room.
as our studio.
Cash
tonight.
at me the retainer so I can give it to them.
Yeah.
Don't fuck around. It's crazy out there.
Shouts out.
So I got with this. So I was on my Instagram and I was going through my stories and I saw a post from someone that I know is she's now in California. She's quite on the left side, which is fine, but sometimes she goes a little too far.
To the left,
As
to the
you do.
left.
As people do, and I feel that same way about the right. When people go too far right, it's fucking annoying the shit out of me. But all of a sudden, I didn't know it was her at first. I was reading it, and it was saying it's bullshit about people just coming forward, and they could just accuse people, and all of a sudden now it's accusations, and we need to rethink this whole
Yes.
accusation
Say it.
shit. Hashtag I'm with Cuomo.
Bam!
Fuck you whore. What?
I'm with Cuomo is a trending hashtag right now.
This is
how
I stand with
fucked.
Cuomo.
That just sounds like a machine made up situation. That's all.
No, bro.
machine-
No, but you don't understand.
No,
Gene.
That was a right wing talking point now being used by the left wing.
But
And whatever.
Gene,
But JB, hold on. JB, this
I
is
don't wanna
exactly-
separate it again.
I know,
I
but
don't
this,
want to,
This
but
is
it's the
exactly
truth.
what I told you earlier. Whether it's political correctness or cancel culture, it all depends who's using it.
Should we accept it?
And how many people are behind it.
Should we accept
Cuomo,
it?
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Should we accept it?
Let's stop fucking around.
Hold on.
Cuomo did something. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Right.
Let's all stop fucking around. Now, what he did, I don't fucking know.
Right.
His political career is over.
No, it's not.
What?
You think stand with Cuomo because it's fucking trending is going to help him?
Yes, because Pelosi and Schumer are backing him. The fucking president came out and backed him.
He doesn't come out. That must have been a double danger. The guy does not come out. The guy's not come out.
Okay, well,
he came out.
It doesn't matter.
Show me a picture of
To
this.
the drones.
All I know is every time I look up, it's every New York senator and thing is saying
To the
they want him to
drones
resign.
out there, to the drones out there, the mindless drones that just follow party lines. Cuomo is fine. He's still the savior of coronavirus.
Okay.
You might not think so because you're on this show.
But how come on MSNBC?
No.
How come on like
you know why?
MSNBC? And this is when I'm at the gym, I see everything, and they pretty much all like
not talk about it.
New York. Everyone in politics in New York would like for him to resign. I still see that.
I'll be honest with
That's
you,
what I mean.
And I'll be honest with you, he should. And I'm going to explain to you why.
He should.
I'm going to explain to you why. I don't know what he did, but I know he did something. It's one of those type of situations.
Right.
Yeah. And realistically.
Well, it all began with the whole lying about
how many came out now?
7.
8?
Yeah,
We're at 7?
It's all about the lying.
Here's the problem. And
how many people died?
Listen, this is why he has to
That's
resign.
the cover-up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the smoke and mirrors. They're rolling out.
I feel like this was
what they're trying to do is they're trying to save Cuomo by, okay, let's have some sexual allegations that you could just come out and say you're sorry, you were going through a divorce, sweep it under the rug, but we're going to cover completely up the thousands of grandparents
Right, that's what okay,
murdered.
we're on the same page. I thought you meant it the other way around for some reason.
Yeah, no. They're trying to. It's the distraction. It's the this is really bad, but hey, look over here. We have this one.
Jingling your keys.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. It would be a great distraction play, but I think that.
Either that or it's a pylon. One of the two.
No, okay, to support his point, I think that the Democrats have won an election and gained seats and empowered themselves through coronavirus.
Of course.
Agreed.
Andrew Cuomo is a coronavirus hero.
Alleged.
Alleged.
I was trying to say agreed. I understand what you're saying.
So they are thinking, if he goes down,
we go down.
how many more of the things that we did will now be like, yo, why did they do that? And if you notice the way the country is, it's a chessboard. Because as they're defending Cuomo for his coronavirus.
They still have to hide the election.
Well, as they're covering the coronavirus with Cuomo, they are now opening up states on the right. Texas is opening up. Florida's already been open. So the Republican counter to that is, you want to protect your little coronavirus team, and you guys did everything right, and remember Trump did everything
now
wrong.
everyone's moving to our states.
Guess what? We're open, and people are living their lives. So what's more important, the fact that you so-called saved Corona, or people are living their lives right now? And the Republicans are going to win that battle because we live in a what have you done for me lately world, which is why the New York counter is, 75%, 80%.
Well, a lot of
We're going to
people-
spoon feed you to make you think we feel your pain.
Yeah. Meanwhile, 75%. What does it do for you?
Nothing.
People are now also catching on to the fact that the Biden administration has given substantially more money to bluer states than redder states. And that's just...
That sounds like a Donald Trump thing. Same thing. Who cares?
Okay.
I get what you're saying,
but
if you're in power, you help out yours. It is what it is.
No, not when your message is a unifying message.
Okay, I speak for black people everywhere because we have prior experience with Democrats, and I'm gonna tell you how it goes. We get a lot of lip service, and they do nothing for us.
And you still buy it, and you still vote for it.
I don't buy it. I'm gonna give you an example.
You don't buy it.
I'm gonna give you an example
Again, because you are
I'm gonna give you an example.
What went up
An
for,
open
what went up for
thinker.
Donald Trump?
black male votes. Yes.
I'll give you a good example. The fucking Democrats shut down the government for DACA. Like, the love for DACA and those undocumented immigrants on the border is stronger than Joe Biden said black people won me this election, right? This is a quote.
I guess.
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah. That's hilarious. But go on.
He's done absolutely nothing for black people.
Correct.
Democrats shut down the fucking government for illegal aliens but black people still can't get anything we ever asked for.
Right.
So my point is, welcome to the Democrat Party. Like, I don't know why anyone's shocked. Everything that's happening is things I've said. Why was I ears open to the platinum plan? Because I said to myself, I know this game. Exploit my weakness, make me feel weak about racism, do this.
Let me ask you this, though. Do you feel like if Donald Trump was reelected, he would have initiated that plan?
Yes, because
I do.
I think he would.
I don't think he's a liar.
And I'll tell you why. It had nothing to do with lying.
No, I don't think he's a liar. I think he did.
It would
have
help
been
his
one of
view.
his legacies.
It would help his view as well.
Yeah.
Because what do most people say about him if they don't like him?
Yeah. Oh, he's
don't
a
like
racist?
him.
He's a racist.
One thing, he's racist.
But I don't know.
Homophobic,
I don't
whatever,
think he's ever cared about that because he doesn't have enough.
Yeah, but 4 more
he doesn't
years
have
of just getting, you're racist, you're
He doesn't have the money
No
or
one
the
can.
army to break the machine that labeled him racist is one of the most powerful machines I've ever seen. So
Yeah.
I don't think he could undo that. Like,
I don't think he's done.
like how many times did he answer the same question about?
I don't think he's
Everything?
done.
You know, like they asked him the same question.
I don't think
Will
he's
you
done,
denounce
and I
this?
think that the Biden administration so far is such a circus act right now. That
that's your-
Democrats are mad at him too.
that's what I'm saying.
They don't
It's
even
like,
like
Yeah, but
bro, have you
told
watched?
you
Have you
this.
watched?
I know.
It's
Old
not
white
even. Hold
man
on. It's
replaces
not
old
even
white man.
Biden. It's
Trump-
not. That's what I'm
no.
saying. It has nothing to do with even Biden. It has to do with his administration.
Right.
It has to do with his
They're not liking who he
every
picked.
single press conference. His press secretary is a fucking shit show. You know, like
We've seen
it's-
that before.
But what I'm saying is, yes, of course, we have seen that before. We've seen all of this before.
Yeah.
My shock and awe does not come with Washington. It comes with the voters and how they continue to vote this in, and that's just all I want to exploit.
okay, I'm gonna-
So my whole point is, you don't have to explain anything to me. Okay, I'm just making a statement here, and what I'm saying is that Donald Trump is not done, and in 2 years, I think you're going to see that red wave because people are going to be so fed up.
Oh yeah, they're gonna lose. It's gonna flip again.
He's
yeah, I'm not.
oh, it's going to be,
Yeah.
but I think it's going to be.
I'm not sure.
I think it's going to be big.
The house will flip.
Especially because, again, once those things start
I don't
fucking
think-
floating around heavier, literally, Donald Trump gave more money to the American people
I think that.
than the Biden administration.
think
That's
that-
going to mean a lot. That's going to say a lot.
I think that.
I hope so.
I think the government is going to flip.
I don't want another Republican in either.
Slow down. I think the government is going to flip all the time, every election.
Until a third gets in, if it ever happens.
Yeah, because what happens now is the American patience is at an all-time low.
Agreed.
So you can't get in there and do anything fast enough to make people happy.
I disagree. I think for the next 8 to 10 years now, you're going to have a majority of voters specifically thinking financially because of how hard people got hit in this last year.
I know, but-
so it's they've watched the market drop, prices rise. Hold on? What's going to happen when hyperinflation hits? Sure, we'll be able to mask it, but it's still going to affect everyday consumers, and people are going to be fed up with it.
I want to agree with you, but all it takes is another George Floyd. All it takes is another George Floyd.
It goes back to what have you done for me lately?
If I agree with everything you just said, give me another George Floyd, I'll be distracted for at least 6 months.
And also in 4
Me, myself,
years,
and I'm
Jesse, think about it.
Me, myself, and I'm smart.
In 4 years, you think people are gonna remember this shit? Because I don't. I don't. I think people are just gonna be like,
Yeah, no, because I don't. You're
I
saying
think
that
it'll flop?
that
Probably.
on a basis that things are going to balance out. I don't see things balancing
right,
out.
unless right.
Like
But
right
if it
now, like
does-
people, like let's just take like the housing market, right? Because that's like one of the things that affects people the most, right?
Yes.
Is the housing market. They estimated a large burst a few months ago that a few people were like, nah, I don't see it coming. I don't see it happening.
coming.
They're going to extend the moratorium
I'm
as
banking
they
on it.
did and things like that, right? It's not going to come yet. And they're going to do
know.
everything that they can
cover
to
it.
help people out so that we don't have a repeat of 08.
Yes.
But the hyperinflation is going to get so bad that in 2 years, it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be in the 6 months that people predict. I think it's going to be like a 2-year overlap.
Yeah, I agree.
So by the time re-election is coming around,
it's gonna swap.
boom,
Right.
the market's going to explode. We're going to hit a fucking depression. People are going to be freaking the fuck out.
Or-
And then someone's going to come in and charm charm the fuck out of them with,
I can fix this.
I can fix this. We need to go back to.
They're gonna want another businessman.
They're going to want another businessman.
Mark
Maybe a
Cuban.
Mark
Mark Cuban
Cuban takes
comes in.
the spotlight there.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Or
You know?
Matthew McConaughey. Oh no, he's going for Texas governor.
That's so, yeah, I don't know about that.
Oh, you don't like Matthew McConaughey?
No, because it's just.
He's an actor.
It's
He don't-
Hollywood.
Nuts.
Really, we had an actor as president. No one lighted it
He
up.
wasn't
Gene,
an actor
it's-
though.
Yeah,
He
he's I guess. Isn't he?
It's a Hollywood Texan who clearly leans left.
Oh, does he? I don't even know.
I don't know.
I mean, he might
I
not.
don't know.
I have no idea what.
But-
I've heard some interviews with him. It's not. No, he's not.
You
Completely
just assume
left.
because he's
He
out.
might
I don't know.
lean, but I'm
Yeah.
saying he's not like fucking
Does he lean
crazy
back?
Hollywood left.
Listen, he's not a Reagan, okay? Because that's who you were talking about, you know. He's certainly no Ronald Reagan. Maybe I'm wrong. I
gonna
haven't
tell you something.
dove into it. You're
The
right.
actor?
You're right. I saw it on face value. I saw Matt McConaughey's jumping into the fucking governor race, right? Governor race, or
don't know.
I think it was
Something.
governor race for Texas, and I'm like, oh, here we go. This is where Texas turns blue.
I don't agree with like Reagan. It's so funny. In my lifetime, I personally have gone from thinking that Reagan was one of the best presidents we ever had to he laid the foundation for pretty much a nightmare for the whole black community. So I'm very conflicted. I'm conflicted about that.
I don't want to go into this now.
Go ahead.
But one day I really want to sit and talk to you about that because there's still a lot of gray areas for me that why people always
Say that.
say that Reagan is.
I mean, we'll talk another day, but the majority of it is the war on drugs.
yes,
A majority of it, just like Biden, no matter what he does,
but that wasn't
can I
necessarily
can I
a
get away-
Reagan thing.
Can I get away from mass incarceration? Just like
The war on drugs wasn't a Reagan thing, though.
it wasn't a Reagan thing, but
That
the
was a
whole
Clinton
say
thing.
no thing.
Just-
no to drugs.
not just that, but
just say no.
Not just
was
that, but
Nancy Reagan. I think.
not just
Right.
that, but the influx of
Right,
drugs
right.
into the state
Yeah, no, I know.
under the Reagan era
Right.
was at a height that
Yeah, no, you can't get into that now because we'll
almost-
have a fucking 4-hour show.
yeah,
Fuck
it
you.
almost
Yeah, no, that's why I said I want to
Yeah.
get into
Yeah.
just because like
We'll
I
get
want to
into it.
sharpen up more before we have that
yeah, because
conversation.
there's a lot of
you know?
Absolutely.
But go ahead. What
All
else
right,
we got?
let's go on. Let's
I
move
like
on.
today though. I feel like we night shifts, guys. Yo, go on. Do you want the night, us at night or day? It doesn't matter because you watch whenever you want. Because I want it at night, guys. Vote for night, guys. Vote for night.
Did you see that? Did you see that announcer at that high school game?
What did he do? Oh, the one
When the
that
kids were kneeling
and he said the
was
N-word.
just like these effing, I guess.
Okay.
What did he say N-word.
Yo, I'm
multiple
so-
times. But not only did he say that, but he said it on a hot mic.
And then guess what? He apologized later.
Oh, you know what he?
And he blamed it on diabetes.
Blamed it on
And I'm-
diabetes.
And,
all that
and,
sounds-
and I'm gonna tell you, so that is beyond disgusting.
What word makes Gene's ears perk up?
Diabetes. Like when I saw that, I go, what?
Wait. Explain this to me.
Like my
real
mother
quick.
never called people crackers.
So there was.
Because she had diabetes. Like, are you
So
kidding me?
wait. There was a
Blamed it
high
on his sugar
school
spike.
sports announcer.
Saying what he blamed it on.
High school
Explain
sports
to me what's
announcer.
happening.
Okay, so what's
kids were
happening is
kneeling?
there were kids kneeling.
On what?
During the national
Like a
anthem.
college
For what
captain type
game?
kneel.
It was a high school,
High school
basketball game.
Basketball game. Okay.
Okay, so
I just want
no,
the
no,
setting in my head.
Let him
you
get
know?
the visual. And so he proceeds to call them the N-word. And
You're allowed to say it, by the way. We're just throwing that out.
I don't know.
He doesn't. And
I
I
know,
like that
no,
he
no, I
doesn't.
know.
you know why I'm
I know.
50-50 about it?
Lead by example.
Yeah, I've always felt like
Maybe if there was another black guy in the room.
yeah,
he'd
like I
say
just
it.
feel like why would
I agree with you. All right,
why
go
would
on.
I be
Moving
like,
on.
ooh,
N-word,
I
he
can
said
say
it.
it and they can't say it. Like
He
I'm
said
like,
it multiple times.
That's weird.
Didn't he say it multiple times?
yes. So now
I have a few words that I choose not to say because it's a choice. So
I get it.
You know.
Listen,
So
I was
now he
making a joke.
apologized.
Relax, everybody.
and baby oil diabetes, sugar spikes, blah blah blah. And to me, it's like
night shift.
I got to be honest with you. I cannot deal. Like, I don't know what bothers me more:
Fake
the
apologies.
disrespect or the apologies.
The fake
Like,
apologies.
like, dude, if you're racist or you're
Right.
whatever,
Is it? Are you sorry or are you sorry you got caught?
Yeah,
Right.
It's like I'm over it, man.
All right.
It's just like the Karens.
I tell you what. How would you feel?
Oh, by the way, hold on.
How would you feel if homeboy came out and was like, "Listen, I'm really sorry. I had no idea the mic was on. I would never say that on a hot mic." Is that a little more acceptable?
I would respect that more.
Not that he would respect the person.
I'd
just
respect that more.
the-
The
Okay,
honesty
okay.
in the
Yeah,
answer.
I'm gonna be honest
Right.
with you.
Instead of trying to throw it on a sugar spike of diabetes.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You know how many times black people, like one-on-one, will look at a situation and be like, "That motherfucker says the N-word at home." We say it all the time. We can look at someone and be like, that guy clearly says the N-word at home. He won't say it here, but you can see it in his eyes. That guy drops N-bombs on a remix.
It must be a fun game for black people.
Oh, we do it all day. We do it all day.
Who says the N-word at home?
We're like, look at this guy. You know the typical, I have a black friend, like, N-bomber. Like,
yep.
It's like, so. Yep. So when you say...
Is that racist or prejudice?
If someone says, I have a black friend?
No. What you and your black friends do to us whiteys.
Prejudice. 1,000%.
Is it prejudice or is it white? I mean, is it racist?
Listen, Jesse, I clearly live my whole life.
Gene's line is, I'm not racist, I'm prejudiced.
Yes, I understand
1,000%.
That's a Gene line. I'll never forget that line.
If you
said it one day.
don't...
Like, oh.
Okay, for all you people who are about to try to think they could judge me, I'm gonna give you a couple. I'm gonna give you some visuals, and you can fucking do your own homework at home. Ready? You're walking down a dark alley, and there's 3 black guys with hoodie. What do? Don't answer. I already know. So, if you're walking,
in their defense, 3 white dudes in hoodies. Hoodies.
What are you doing?
Hoodies.
3 white dudes walking down an alley. Are you walking through them?
Yes, unless
yes,
I see tattoos that are Aryan Nation Nazi. Then I'm out too. Gone, gonzo, no time for the game. But 3 guys in a hoodie mean nothing to me. It has nothing. But 3 black guys in a hoodie, I'm concerned. I'm fucking concerned. Like, what are they doing here? Like, shit.
What are you doing in a dark alley? First of all, motherfucker.
You see what happens? You see what has happened? You see what has happened now?
Yeah.
Because I agree with you. I understand. I don't think it's necessarily the color of one's skin, although you just said you would walk through the white dudes either way.
Yeah,
I'd be concerned with the white guys.
I mean, I'm going to be concerned regardless, but I'm going to walk through anyone. But my whole point is that we now live in a society where it's like the reason I wouldn't turn around and walk the other way,
you'll look like you're racist.
It's because I'll 100% be like, you race.
Okay, ready?
Them and is there 2 boys are going to go, that racist motherfucker definitely drops the N-bomb at home.
Ready?
You know what I mean? As I'm scurrying down another way.
Here goes.
Fuck that. I'm going right through you. What's up?
Here goes prejudice test number 2. You see an Indian person in a nice car. They come out. You immediately think that they do what? There you go. You just said it. You're prejudiced.
What did you say?
I said a nice-looking Indian person gets out of a nice car. You immediately think they are exactly
a doctor.
Prejudice. Bingo.
Is that prejudice though?
1,000%. But it's not a crime. It's not a crime.
Is it prejudice?
Why is he a doctor? Why?
You know what I was
because
thinking?
an average amount of Indians in nice cars are fucking doctors.
Or they own Dunkin' Donuts.
There you go. But my whole point is,
or their dad is a doctor.
In my high school, hold on. In my high school,
that's a stereotype we believe. We don't know that to be true.
In my high school, the one kid
to be true. We just know it's a stereotype. We just got used to it.
No, I just think that because you've gone into hospitals and gone into doctors' offices and have seen a large majority of Indian men.
They own Dunkin' Donuts.
I got you.
I don't know what you keep saying that.
The one kid in
you
my
have
high
to
school,
go into a Dunkin' Donuts to know that.
There was a one kid who in high school he drove a Viper. In high school, his parents owned
a Dunkin' Donuts.
A few Dunkin' Donuts. There you go. There you
he
go.
was Indian.
But you see my point?
So I
They
always
could have
just
easily
went like that.
owned a 7-Eleven or a couple gas stations or a law firm or a private practice doctor's office. Just saying.
I'm just saying it's
no
like,
dentists though.
When people
Actually, I think my
prejudice
was Indian.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
So prejudice comes from a deep understanding of stereotypes. So if you've heard a stereotype long enough, it becomes your prejudice.
But hold on. Here's the thing, though.
Wait. Is it stereotypes?
Hold on. Is stereotype?
Is that the right word? I think
prejudice.
So.
Being prejudiced and
stereotypes
stereotypes usually go hand in hand.
No, I think that your stereotype becomes your prejudice. That's all. I don't think it's a crime again.
I think it's situational.
No, I think it's cultural.
Bingo. Great point.
If it's
Jesse,
if there's a higher average
Jesse,
of something...
I think it's geographical.
Right.
Same thing. That's cultural.
It's not cultural.
Yes, where you were raised, where you were born.
Geographical. The South has a culture. Geographically, they're in the South.
Yes.
The North has a culture.
If I go down South...
No, because what I'm saying is... I don't mean
not
like that.
Not necessarily skin color or
I
not
mean
necessarily
that,
race.
like,
we're saying where you were born.
If you're walking down the road in, fucking Canarsie, as opposed to walking down the road of
Bed-Stuy.
You know,
Actually, Bed-Stuy's very
Sheep's
weak.
Head Bay.
Never mind.
But you see what you just did there? You thought of something.
bad neighborhood.
Something you've heard.
But you know what's wrong?
A lot. Bed-Stuy's a bad neighborhood.
But you know,
because
you hear what I
rappers
just
rap
said
about
there?
it, and you believed it.
But you hear what I just
Is it
said
not,
there?
And
though?
you corrected it because you're
very gentrified
You're aware
now.
of the current.
Is Bed-Stuy
Not now. Yeah.
gentrified? Is it really?
1,000%.
Is it really?
It's really bad.
Wow.
I don't know if that's. I didn't mean that. I do
Yes,
mean
you
that.
did.
I do. Yes, I did.
The birthplace of hip hop is now a coffee shop.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Dudes
Yes.
with beards
Agreed.
and
Yeah, okay.
and fedoras are in there now.
But again, my whole point is that I think that, you know, if you're in an unfamiliar area, you're going to be more alarmed, more prejudice maybe
Yes.
to everyone and anything.
Bro.
But like, my point is like, if I'm walking through Center Reach where I grew up, and there's 3 black dudes in hoodies walking down the same spot as me, I'm not alarmed because I'm in my hometown.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree with you.
does
but-
that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense because I understand what you're saying, but what I'm trying to tell you is that being prejudiced is a survival tactic. Your brain gathers information throughout your life, and it takes things that happen over and over, things that it processes, and it forms opinions. Whether you realize it or not, that is your choice.
I just figured mine out. It just clicked. I understand what you're saying now. I too have a prejudice.
Yes.
And that's towards poor people.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, now I get it because that's what I was trying to mull over in my head. I wouldn't have an issue if 3 black dudes came walking down an alley that looked like you when you're going out.
Yes.
I got no problems. I'm giving you the head nod and we're
Exactly.
moving on. If 3 white dudes look like the fucking bum in front of 7-Eleven
I'd
by
be
the
worried.
prostitutes by my house,
I'd be concerned.
yeah, you're right. I'm puffing up, and I'm trying to
getting ready.
reach for something in my pocket.
Yeah, just in case.
No matter what, and you're right. It has nothing to do with the race. It has everything to do with your class.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I don't like poor People make me nervous. That's what it comes down to.
And this is a guy who grew up poor. That's the funny part.
No, but that's why. That's actually why.
Probably why. You're right.
Because he knows he
the
has
culture.
more knowledge than others. That's why. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll give
It's
you
like why when you're in the car
And
with
again,
your
hold on.
friends
Let's just
and you get pulled over,
also clarify this here because
You
we
say
weren't
don't do
talking
any
about some
Brooklyn
real
shit.
shit.
But bro,
I grew up suburbs poor.
I get it.
You know what I mean? Like
I get it.
I didn't grow up like
Poor.
poor.
Yeah, I get
You
it.
know what I mean? Like,
I get it.
You ate a lot of government cheese.
yeah, you know.
I get it. No, we
I had
get
plenty
it.
of mornings that
Bro.
water went in the cereal, you know, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can tell you.
Listen, man, motherfucker, that's poor.
that's
Listen, I can't
shit
lie.
happens,
Mayonnaise
you know?
sandwich?
I can't lie. I've never went through
Poor.
that.
Shit happens, you know.
Okay, but it's
That's what I'm
poor.
saying.
You got
So
a
I
2-parent household.
There you go. That's what I'm
Candace
saying.
Owens,
not grow up
Candace
poor.
Owens makes valid points.
I'll give you a good example too.
I grew up in a 1-parent household. Shit was tough.
I'll give you an example.
Go.
When I watch,
Example me.
I'll give you an example. When you watch a movie and there's a scary house or some shit, what do white people do?
They go in
How do you know that?
because I've watched movies.
Because it's an ingrained
also a
It's
stereotype.
an ingrained stereotype.
Yeah, that Hollywood put in us.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying I don't care who. Put
Oh,
what I'm
okay.
trying to make you
Yes, I
understand.
get what you're saying.
The
Yeah, yeah.
stereotypes are there, bro. For example, the movie Taken, when the white girl gets kidnapped, it was not a shocker to me. Oh, 2 white girls in Europe. I'm like, bitches gonna get kidnapped. I knew that in 2 minutes. I'm like, they're going where? By themselves? Bye.
Speaking of this, did you see the Papa John's interview? The guy, CEO, what he said? You'll love this one.
Yeah,
No, what he said.
Nah, I'm down here because he was under a lot of
He
fire.
said,
He tried. He
For
fucked
the
you up.
last 20 months, I've been working very hard to get that word out of my
My vocabulary.
vocabulary.
What, Domino's?
No,
Pizza Hut?
the N-word.
Sheesh.
Gene. He said, for the last 20 months, I've been working
he a
very
white guy?
hard.
Yeah,
Yes, the
you've
Papa
seen
John's
him.
CEO. You've seen the Papa John's commercials. You've seen
Yeah,
the Papa
Peyton
Okay,
Manning.
tell me more.
You saying Peyton Manning
The
drops
old
the
guy?
N-bomb?
with the old guy.
Really?
Oh, the old guy.
Really?
He's no longer the CEO.
Really?
You know what?
Hey,
you don't think
hey.
Peyton Manning
why are
drops the
people-
N-bomb? When he's under, he's like, yo, Omaha. That's like, yo, get that N guy. Block the N guy 50
Nah,
times.
dude, come on.
Is that I don't
Nah,
get it.
the Mannings just have way too much class and respect for that. I don't.
Oh, here we go.
Come on. Those are good.
He
Those
also
are
grew
good.
up around tons of black people.
It was a good Louisiana boys.
Listen,
All right.
Like he grew up in the culture.
Archie, you did a good job,
I
sir.
got no problem with these guys. Even Drew Brees,
No, but hold on. Can we talk about this? Like,
ahead.
why doesn't the old white guy get a little bit of credit here? Like, thank you for acknowledging.
No, I told him.
Thank you for
What
acknowledging
he
your.
said and how he said
No,
it.
but I told
Yes,
him.
I
Is
get
there more
it.
to
He's
it?
an old white guy, though.
Oh, who cares what else there is to it?
He's
No.
trying. He's trying to remove that word from his
Working
vocabulary.
very hard.
Good for
Okay.
you, buddy.
Well, if you're
here's the-
working hard to do it, that means you want to say it.
The issue.
Yes,
the
that
issue,
is certainly.
The issue.
It means you want to go
Descriptive
fuck
writing
that.
involved
Oh, I gotta
The issue.
not say it.
No, what
All
makes
right, fair enough.
What the fuck?
what makes the Papa John thing funny?
Trying to
is
bring
that-
some light to the situation.
What makes the Papa John thing funny is that when he was with the whole Trump thing and blah blah, he was labeled a racist,
Yeah.
and I wasn't sure. And you telling me that, just like, oh shit, damn,
shit's real.
shit's real. Like,
It's real.
like I wasn't sure, but he really was.
He's going around
I'm like,
going,
damn.
You are not the
Yeah, but
N-word,
god damn
sir.
it, that garlic
Sir.
sauce.
Sir.
That garlic dipping sauce
Oh,
is
that
fire.
Can I be honest with you?
Shit.
Papa John's
pizza sucks.
was been canceled to me, so I don't even care. I've been canceled that guy. First of all, I've been canceled him. I'll support a
Did
local
you see,
pizza store any day.
The wife
Floyd's
likes
family?
junk food pizza. That's what we call Papa John's,
I like Domino's. I like the Domino's thing.
call,
it's like a fucking giant cracker pizza.
junk
It's
food
delicious.
pizza.
Did you
I
see
like Papa
Floyd's
John's.
family
That's
got
good.
27 mil?
George Floyd?
George Floyd's family got 27 million.
Okay, you know what drives me insane about this stuff?
Well, that's why I'm bringing it up.
I-
See what drives you insane, Gene. It's part of the game. my
Okay.
friends. I know I pick my shit purposely.
I am always
I could tell you what drives me insane about this.
okay. So I'm always excited when a black family that went through a very sad situation, blah blah, is
Sure.
financially compensated. But one of the most frustrating things is how the civil court and the regular court cannot agree on things.
I thought we were going. I thought
OJ killed someone. We don't believe he did, but when he went to civil court, they sued the pants off that motherfucker because they have less burden. Sally, I'm trying right now. Melissa, Zelly, I'm trying.
No, don't worry. She ain't going to listen to this.
They have less burden of proof in a civil court versus like the real courts,
federal.
federal court. So.
Or
You
criminal.
gotta bring your damn
Criminal.
wife on this
So-
fucking
so they-
podcast.
yeah.
She
okay?
actually yelled at me and said, "She goes, you guys go to Coffee Boots and you have Ronnie on. You go to my Kel studio, you have Kel on.
came?
You use my office and you don't have me on."
She's right.
got a point.
And she's got a point. And I said,
And that's why she's my lawyer.
I go,
That's
baby,
why
I
she's
love
my
you.
lawyer.
Talk to my producer.
Yeah.
Oh,
JP, beep, beep.
Talk to your boy.
JP,
She
beep,
can't stay
beep.
mad at me,
Under
so
the bus.
fuck you. It's a smart move. I get it. I get it.
And then you guys come in and you break a conference room table.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
motherfucker.
Get a lawyer before
What do
you
you put that
confess
on
to
camera?
things.
You
Get
know
a
it's on
lawyer
camera.
before you confess to things. Circumstantial.
We're right there,
That's
dog.
all circumstantial.
All right, but I see what you're saying. All right,
You
we
see what I'm
gotta,
saying?
we gotta have that conversation
But my
with our lawyer.
my beef is that this has happened before, and it always gets swept under the rug. Unfortunately, the officer Derek Chauvin, I need to know if he is going to jail
They're
because
still in court.
I know it's a long, drawn out case.
Yeah, it's
Of course.
ridiculous.
That's what they do.
Exactly, because
all sauce.
our experience in the black community that these long drawn out cases end in a dismissal. He'll
Oh,
probably-
'cause you're thinking of
yes, he's
Rodney
going to be
King's cop.
Rodney King. I can go all day.
Right.
Let me start naming names like
Let's push it off till the heat dies down. Till
Exactly.
The heat dies down.
And-
Till
but-
someone else in Mississippi.
and the worst
fucks up.
part is
that ain't
and the worst
Can I-
and the worst part is they've been paid, so it's almost like I don't want to call it hush money, but it's almost like
whatever.
yeah.
Can
I got 27 mil.
Yeah, and
you got away
'cause
with it?
I can't lose 20.
Can I ask you guys something?
I
Yeah,
think
go ahead.
they'd still be upset.
This is what upsets me. But before
Right.
you already know what's going to upset me. But I want to ask. I got to
government?
ask you guys. Yeah, of course. Where'd they get the 27 mil from?
Taxpayers.
Is it?
It's no different.
Of course.
But Jesse,
Of course, it's the taxpayers. We paid
I
that
know.
family for some asshole cop.
we-
Saying you
Now
don't
we
think,
the
you don't
state,
think
but
the,
I get what you're saying.
You don't think the cop, the
No.
police?
No, and
Once
that's my
again,
whole point.
the police
is
union
that all
should
four
be
of those
paying-
motherfuckers, their pension should be taken,
Yes.
their
Police
pay
union
should
should
be
pay for it.
taken, all of that shit should be given to the family. Then, if all of that money doesn't equal enough,
then we pay the rest.
then fine. As taxpayers, you're
Yeah,
a
'cause it could be
grieving
like
family. It was a bit,
7 million.
but fuck
What is
those
that?
guys.
I
That
agree.
guy's family gets to benefit
Yep.
for the rest of her life,
And that's my whole point.
off of this scumbag's actions.
That's my
And we, as taxpayers, have to pay for this prick's fucking actions?
because the police
This is what drives
a
me nuts.
State service.
Yeah, that's a fair
I don't
reason
have
to
a
be upset.
problem. I don't have a problem paying into systems and to things that benefit us as a community. I have no problem with that.
No, that's
we
fair.
need good schools.
I don't think that's
I will
wrong.
open up my paycheck, my wallet for this. I will write a check, whatever you need. But you're gonna take money from me. I have to jump through hoops to hide fucking money from Uncle Sam
You're on camera.
because of shit like this.
We're good.
That's confession.
Because of shit like
No, I
Fuck
get it.
outta here.
It's a fair argument.
Oh, but here we go. Here's Jesse again, and it's fucking, it's the government. It's the government, because I'm getting that from fucking everyone lately.
Whoa.
You know, it's.
Come on, say
Nah,
the words.
it's all right.
Say their
Say the
name.
name.
Say the
Say-
name. Don't be scared.
No
say the
names.
name.
No
Say
Say
the
the
name.
initials.
Say the
Say
name.
the initials.
No
Go ahead.
names. It's family, so it's like it's just bullshit. It's like
UD? Would you
you
call
know,
him
it's
UD? Is it UD?
no. It's
Okay, listen.
but
Definitely
it's
not
just
You're 100% right, but
I'm not trying to just tee
This-
off on the government here. It's the government. but yeah,
it's
guess what?
not
Our
just the
government is fucking suspect, all right? They do a lot of shady bullshit, and we fucking roll over to it, and we pay our taxes because I'm so scared the government's going to come after me. But yet we're going to have government employees that get to fucking put their knee on someone's neck, take a man's life, and then we pay for his fucking bad actions.
I can't even
Eat a big cock.
Listen, that's it.
I can't even top that.
You're
because
right.
You're right. 1,000%.
You're right.
Nope.
Moving on.
Next subject.
Wow.
Oh, you know what?
Are we sinking or swimming?
Keep it, let's keep it on the same. Let's keep it on the same POC as they say in
Person of
Twitter.
color?
Person
Yeah,
of color.
Twitter.
Okay.
They love those fucking.
I just
letters.
learned that.
I fucking.
Who voted that?
Yeah, I was gonna
I don't
say,
know.
how does that make you
I had to
feel?
ask Melissa.
I gotta ask. How does that
I
make you
was
feel?
asked-
Person of color.
First
No,
of
no,
all,
a puck.
How
I've
does
heard
Pac
someone
make
say
you feel?
puck
a hockey
before.
puck. Okay.
Puck.
I know.
Puck.
First of all, it's too many letters.
I was like, oh,
So
God.
many words. You know, like
Yeah, but
I understand the historical thing with black, but like it's one word and simple, gets to the point.
But I hear a lot of people
And-
say,
and
I don't mind being called black.
That's what I'm saying, because I don't see white people ever saying, "Don't call me white." There's no pressure on a white.
No,
to
I'd like
called
to be.
Anglo-Saxon.
You have to call me a
You're not-
pos, a person of shade.
What?
Shade's wrong.
Why isn't white a shade? It's not like a.
You're not white. You're peach.
That's I mean
Or lack of a
Caucasian
shade, I
or
guess.
we
Like a
just
peachish
shaded?
color, bro.
All right. Well, I don't know, guys.
More lack of
if anything, you're also a person of color. Peach is a color.
Hmm.
Oh!
Ava Lee said that.
Actually, you know who?
You want to hear some racist shit that happened to my daughter?
Sure.
Bad.
Because she goes to the hood school. So she's got this boy Carter that she loves.
Yeah, you told me that. Yes.
She talks about Carter all the time. I thought from her description, Carter was an Indian. Find out, Carter's mom is white, Carter's dad is black. Okay, that's where the tan comes in from the 6-year-old,
Okay.
right? She loves this kid. She drew him a picture, right? She says they're gonna get married, right? And I'm like,
even know
I go,
what
you're
that
6
means.
years old. What the fuck does this mean? Do I have to go meet Carter's dad or something? You know what I mean? So she comes home from school. I was like, how was school? And she's like, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh.
I go, what happened? I go, you look upset. I go, did you give Carter the picture? And she goes, it's in my bag. I go, oh, you didn't give it to him? She's like, he gave it back and said that we can't be friends anymore. I'm not his girlfriend because he needs a girlfriend that looks more like him. I was like, oh my
And
God.
guess what?
Yeah, but that's
How-
weird
I felt
because-
so
And
bad.
how old is
It's
he?
weird because his parents
One
are
is
white
white, one's
and
black.
black.
I know.
So he should actually want his mother.
That's
what
right.
most men want.
You know
They
what I
want their
mean?
mom.
So it's like, but for the moment, I was like, you know, like my heart hurt
Oh my
for
God,
a
that
second
is
for my
actually
kid
her first experience with racism.
with racism, right? I'm like, holy
All right,
shit.
so I guess we didn't get off of it. But I was
Sorry.
trying to get onto
yeah,
the...
no, well, we were on it.
We were
And
on
it just
POC,
happened. So it's,
you know,
Crazy.
isn't that crazy?
Just like Latinos and Latinas are now Latinx, but no one asked them. They just decided to fucking do the Latinx.
Why? Who says what?
Latinx.
Okay, let me get this straight. So let me
Latinx.
get this
Where are
straight.
you getting your information from? I feel like you're in some weird white guy club that you
No,
get all
man.
this weird white
Nah,
guy
I gotta look
information.
shit up. I gotta learn about
I
shit.
ain't never heard Latinx. I'm around Spanish women
Bro,
all
your
day
girl,
long.
your homegirl.
Who?
AOC, she says that shit.
Latinx?
Latinx.
I'm gonna look it up because I'm
look it
gonna
up.
tell you this.
God, I
Look up
hate her.
Latinx.
Latina and Latino.
Hey,
No.
that specifies gender. How dare you?
Exactly, and that's exactly
That's why they did it? Is that why they did it, Latinx?
And that's exactly.
Is that why they did it? Oh,
And-
so what happened to just Latin?
And
Oh, is that just an old white guy language?
guy-
I don't know, bro.
says the white guy in the back. Jesse's gonna make a
Oh,
phenomenal
God, this is
older
amazing.
white man.
I know.
Jesse's gonna be like, I remember when
He's
we
gonna
used
need
to-
a podcast.
I
Oh yeah,
remember-
never mind.
Jesse's gonna be like, I remember when we just call them blacks. He's gonna be.
Right? It's gonna,
Yeah.
because there's gonna be thought police by then.
They're gonna,
Oh,
yes.
God.
They're gonna be like,
Sir, I read your thoughts, and you had some incriminating thoughts about this
you know what I
gentleman
think about that? I
of this
think that-
gentleman of color.
I have the same exact feeling right now about Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head as I have about that.
That was created by the company. Don't fucking even get into that shit.
I don't give a shit.
What?
The Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, they pulled out the fucking gender.
feel
They,
like
they didn't
Mr.
make them gender neutral. It's just Potato Head, and it's still women and man things.
I
but-
told my kids that they're not allowed to have one now.
Good.
Not because they did that,
That was the
but
company.
because the company did that.
company did it.
Because
and you know
it's-
what it did? It got them attention. That's the only
Right.
reason
That's why they did it. They're using wokeness
Right.
for attention.
Capitalism. Yeah.
I love it. That's fine. But
right,
guess
well-
what? Capitalism. Fuck you.
And that's your right.
Because you broke this story to me, so I figured I'd keep it going. The Jackson State University.
Oh, my man Dion is wiping the floor with people.
This team's for real.
Yeah.
They're smacking.
You know what I
think
learned, too?
55,
Said that it
7.
would
I had an
be.
interview. They were going to ask him to do be an FSU coach. I'm pissed that he didn't take that.
Why? He's gonna put. He's
No,
gonna
no.
Put a,
Okay.
I'm hoping.
isn't it an
that's
all-black college?
Yes.
No,
Yeah, it's
there's
gonna
two,
put them
there's
on the
two
map.
white guys in the team.
Oh.
Both special teams. One's
Yeah.
a long snapper. One's a kicker. And I think the
All right. So they recruited two white guys to the school.
And he actually had a separate picture
Yo,
with them. It's
they're
like, this is my special
they're
team.
like-
It's two white guys.
They're like,
yeah, well, there you
they're like
go.
Dion. You haven't made the quota. What quota? We need a white guy. Fuck kicker.
No, I
Special
think,
teams.
there's one lineman, I think a long snapper, or the center's probably
So
white.
basically, it's a whole line
Usually
of white
centers
guys.
are white.
The offensive center.
How many black
this long
centers do you know
snapper
of?
and the kicker. These three guys.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, how many black centers do you know?
That's not
It's a
true.
white guy. It's a white
I don't
guy
know.
position.
How many centers do you know?
Exactly. I agree.
They're either Hawaiian.
Because they're fat, they're big. Yes, I
Right.
agree. You're right.
No, but that's what I mean. It's like you never know. 'cause
being
they
prejudiced.
Just, no, you're being racist.
Stereotyping. See,
Prejudice.
I don't know the difference.
I said stereotyping. You're saying race, prejudice. He's saying racist.
Right.
That's pretty funny.
I think, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I was just saying,
Yeah.
you broke it, you said it, and
No.
by the way, I think they got a couple of, like, during the regular, why are they playing now anyway? These are
is
just
it.
scrimmage games. No, these are just like
yeah. The
scrimmage
season's
games.
warming up. The season's warming
right.
up. First of all,
During the season, they will have primetime games, by the way,
yeah.
because of him.
I told you.
Really?
Yeah. I told you.
Amazing. Well, I mean, he.
Well, let me tell you something.
This game was on ESPN
He
too.
is primetime.
I know.
What I like about I told you what I loved about the Dion move was that HBCUs didn't realize that you're never gonna win without star power. So finally, someone
What is? Did you just say?
HBCUs, historically black colleges and universities.
Oh, okay.
So
Come on, Jesse.
Sorry.
I had no idea what it was.
Yeah, I know.
Going on.
Yes, for the both of us.
I learned
So-
shit from Gene all the time.
so
too.
they
It's like our own urban dictionary.
yeah, I remember when Melissa first broke that up. I said something. She's like, "I'm going to Urban Dictionary." I'm like, "What?"
yeah.
And I was like, "That's racist." There's a book. White people have a book. Yo, black people. White people have an app or a book
know about it.
where they go and figure out what the fuck we said and it
people-
meant.
black
Who do
people
you
know
think
about
puts
it.
the information on there?
Black people?
Has to be.
Yes, black people know
Great
about
point.
it.
You think any white guy knew what a thought was?
Those hoes over there. But yeah, that's pretty funny.
You know?
That's pretty funny.
Urban Dictionary, bro.
Was that hoe over there?
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Big L's been dead a long time.
I got
Where's
you.
white people getting their information from?
I feel you.
Ebonics was a long time
I
ago.
feel you.
All right, but nonetheless,
Back on that. I love Florida State. That's my favorite college to watch in
I know.
football.
I kinda want-
I would have loved Deion to go there, but what he's doing is setting a blueprint and roadmap for the future HBCUs. And what that's going to do is, if we can get more HBCUs
That's racist.
to be
HBCU. That's, I mean, come on. It's literally the definition of racism. That's segregation. Good.
Because good.
if we can get more of them successful, they can be competitive, and then they can then play against the better teams, get more exposures, and what that does is because I hate to say, but
you're saying that's not going to happen like next year. They're not going to. They're not going to.
What's going to happen is
like
Deion's
Deion's saying they'll get prime time coverage.
But Deion's going to smack everyone this year. He'll get primetime coverage, and next year the conversation will be: can his team beat Alabama? Can his team beat?
But that's what I'm saying. Like
that's gonna be next year.
How are they even? They're gonna be able to get up to like
they're gonna have
the Big Ten.
They're gonna have to open up, bro.
That's my question. This is why. Hold on. This is why the NCAA is so fucking confusing because I don't understand it. There's too many divisions and
the ACC.
It's stupid.
You
I don't get it.
Because
so like, how does one get into what is the biggest one? What's like the Super Bowl?
Big Ten is the one that matters.
That's the one that matters. That's like the biggest. Right.
Michigan.
Okay. That's what I thought. How does one get into
SEC,
that?
Sorry, because SEC in football has Alabama, Clemson, and they're the two big boys. So I'm wrong.
So, but it used to be the Big Ten
because they had Penn State.
Because they had Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan State.
Yes,
right.
yes.
Okay. So how does one get into one of those conferences?
Okay,
Is
so
it go by population?
No, those conferences vote for realignment. So like they would have to.
Whoa. What?
The conferences have like conference heads. There's like president of the SEC, president of this, and they go to the university, the alumni and everything, and they would have to allow someone to enter there, and they will do it for money, because we don't want to watch Alabama beat Vanillion High 96-2. Because we don't know where Vanillion High is.
Right.
So even though that brings money to that program, so they don't mind getting smacked because now Alabama came through, so they made a couple extra dollars.
Oh, so you're saying Deion being in Jackson? What is it? Jackson State.
Will get
Deion being the head coach at Jackson State will bring in more money.
Yes.
So now the team
and more eyes
will be able to
negotiate and leverage.
Deion is literally going to expand that college.
Yes. And
all right, I like this a lot
once
now.
Deion does, HBCUs will then hire fucking Emmitt Smith. They'll figure it out.
Right.
And what's good about that is ultimately why I'm always been upset about college sports is there's a lot of manipulation and exploitation, especially the larger programs. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
This in length,
college football changed lives. There's not any other faster roadmap in America for an 18-year-old to become a millionaire in 3 years. There's no faster roadmap than going to college football. Like, if you go to college, you play 2 years, you're rich for the rest of your life, or as long as your knees can hold on. So,
as long as you're good enough.
Yeah, as long as you're good enough. So, but.
No, as long as you go to a big enough college.
But now imagine.
Not necessarily.
No, it is.
Jerry Rice.
No, Mississippi State.
That's
actually, that's the team Jackson State kicked the shit out of.
But listen, there's outliers. Listen, there's.
Of course.
Shannon Sharp went to San State.
Yeah.
My boy Steve McNair went to Alcorn. Like, there's a lot of outliers, but by and large, he's right.
No, of course.
The backup
majority
players,
of the first round is Alabama.
The backup players in Alabama
are still getting drafted.
Yeah.
Or at least making a practice squad.
Yeah, So if Deion turns this around, he's going to expand the roadmap. Because right now, you have to go to 10 schools or be Jerry Rice.
Right.
Or Shannon Sharp. So think about that. So that's why the Deion thing is beyond significant. And I like it because we talked about it before. The argument about black coaches and they can't get jobs, they're only going to get jobs if they create jobs for themselves. So now Deion Sanders' coordinators will now be open to get jobs somewhere because you're smacking teams, so you got to be good. And that's why, black people sit there a lot and we're like, oh, they won't hire us, oh, they won't do this, oh, they won't do that. Some of it is accurate, but we also have to put them in a position where we have to hire this guy. He's that good.
Right.
So that's why Deion Sanders ultimately.
Speaking of greats,
is open.
Brees retires officially.
You know what? I'm happy with Drew Brees retiring, and I'm going to tell you why.
He had a rough year.
I hate to be disrespectful, but it's a compliment, but it may come out a little wrong. He is the champion of the average guy. Like, I've never seen a guy who looks so normal. What is he, 6'1", 6'2"?
6'1".
Yeah, his arm is not like, he's not fucking throwing it out of the stadium.
He used to. He used to have a great arm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I
He
think
had that
Brett
shoulder
Favre had a lot to
injury.
say about that, Mr. Wrangler over there.
No.
I get what you're saying.
Brett
I get
Favre
what you're
is
saying.
America's champion. Brett Favre is the Cal Ripken of football. He came to work every day. He took the beating. He's a fucking America's tough guy. That's why he does Wrangler jeans, because he's America's tough guy. Drew Brees is your friend next door that made it. Like,
Yeah, he is.
He's the friend next door. Like,
And then proceeded to
they
break
picked Drew
fuck
Brees.
tons
Like,
of records.
really? And now he's fucking shit up. Like, he's good too? That's Drew Brees. Like, you get excited because, I always tell people in sports, like, I'm sure you hear all the time, it's like LeBron or Jerry Rice, no, Randy Moss. Like, people, you can't root for that guy. Not because you shouldn't, because being 6'4", or 6'8", 260, or being Rob Gronkowski, 6'7", like, it's an anomaly. More people are like Drew Brees, 6'1",
Right.
than are
Yeah.
Tom Brady. Why do you think Tom Brady, whether you like him or not, have you ever seen his 40 time? Did you see that fucking
His
combine?
combine? Yeah.
Horrible.
I was faster
Did he even finish it?
I was faster than Tom Brady in his NFL combine as a defensive lineman.
Yes, I believe it.
Yeah.
A lot of
I know
linemen
it.
are fast.
I know it.
Yeah.
They got to be fast.
No, yeah.
Motherfuckers
So
can move.
think
Well, you got to be quick
Yes.
as a lineman.
Yeah, short burst.
So think about that. Like, but look what he's able to do in his career. So, like, it's good for the game that guys who are everyday guys, because if not, then all you believe,
the most
you believe that
average-
every big guy's gonna beat you. With these guys, you believe you could beat everybody.
What's funny is
You know what I mean? Like, I believe I can win.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's like I know it sounds
a little
maybe
corny,
this
but-
is just an East Coast prejudice I have, but it's like anyone that's born in like the Hollywood Hills or like the hills of fucking California. Like I don't know. That was one of the things that took me a while to get on the Tom Brady bandwagon. It's just like he's a California kid.
he's
And
very average California kid.
I loved. Listen,
actually, now that I think of it, maybe he was a Northern Cali kid.
No, Aaron Rodgers is in
I love Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, there you go. And he has that.
I love Aaron Rodgers.
kind of
the swag.
blue collary.
Yeah, like I grew up chopping wood, type of swag to him.
Josh Allen looks like
But
that.
yeah, I don't know why. That's definitely
Yes.
a prejudice for me. Like I like those. I think that's why I like the Mannings so much. I've always liked
They're
the
just
Mannings.
plain looking dudes.
Well, they're just like wholesome American family guys. And
No, they just also
their parents are still married. Like they go to church on Sundays. She makes a nice meal. They watch football. Like it's just America and football, and I love it.
It tastes like it sounds like they don't put salt in their food.
Yeah, she definitely puts.
Have you ever eaten in Louisiana?
She definitely puts raisins.
Them.
She definitely puts raisins in a potato salad.
Oh God, fuck her.
Nah, I'm joking.
All right, what else you got for me?
That's it, man. Unless
Nope.
you want to talk about Aaron Carter trying to fight Lamar Odom.
I don't know
I've
who
actually
any
got
of they are.
You know who Lamar
I know
Odom
who
is.
Lamar Odom is. He's still relevant?
No,
No.
exactly.
Oh, all right.
And then the man
Next.
just almost died
I'll
recently.
I'll sink that
Lamar
one.
Odom
Now he's gonna fight a little white kid.
Lamar Odom should drop an album, have Kanye produce it, but keep going.
I'll sink that one
Just saying, he's
real
fighting
fast.
Aaron Carter.
Yeah, fuck
We
it.
haven't been together in a while. Dustin Poirier beats Connor. That was cool.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Really? No,
I don't think we've seen
fight
each other
happens.
since.
Yeah,
I don't
that
think we've
fight
seen each other
happens.
since.
I think that listen, Connor's a superstar, and I think when you're a superstar, it's hard to focus.
I know what
One
you're
foot
gonna
out.
say.
Yeah.
Nope.
And he needs to go to
He
movies.
sent out a recent tweet that says otherwise.
He's gonna come back.
No more Mr. Nice Guy. And he even said it. He goes, I'm not making excuses. Dustin got me. He's a great fighter. Dustin even said it. He's like, yeah, he was weird the whole week on Fight Island. Like he was with his kids. He wasn't training. Like he was smiling. He was, like he wasn't his
wasn't him.
typical
Yeah,
Connor. He wasn't in
Which
tense
is-
mode. He got comfortable.
He
and-
built. Yeah,
deal.
he lived in his own height.
And so he
smack.
I guess,
Smack.
2 days later,
DVD.
he put it out and he said, no more Mr. Nice Guy.
That reminds me of a.
I like that,
I
though.
don't remember who it was. Don't remember what the team was. I think it was a basketball team, but there was this one guy who always vomited before a game. Always played amazing.
Dude, that's a movie, bro. That's fucking Any Given Sunday.
No. It was an actual story.
Oh, okay.
Warren Sapp used to drink pickle juice to calm his
It
nerves.
was a basketball team, and they weren't playing well, and the coach made the guy go throw up.
Dude, that's Teen Wolf.
And then did he jump on a van
It might
later?
have been. And they're like, "Yo, you gotta grow that hair.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's hilarious.
You gotta hit puberty right now again."
I like it. What do we got for Rushmores?
I couldn't come up with one.
Why?
I don't know. I was sitting on it for like a few hours.
I had one and I fucking
I don't know.
forgot it.
I wasn't in a Rushmore mood. I'll be honest with you guys. Not in a Rushmore mood.
I'm always in a rush mood.
I got an easy one.
Go for
Okay,
it.
go.
Favorite M&M?
Peanut
Me too.
and peanut butter.
Okay, and then pretzel?
Nah, peanut butter.
Oh, that
then
pretzel's
pretzel.
bomb.
Yeah, because the Nutella one was fucking disgusting.
Those caramels are good.
Bro, did you have that Nutella one?
No.
Oh, I wanted to throw shit.
Not
I
in
was
a good
so
way.
excited. Yeah, they call it hazelnut. So excited for this shit. I throw it in my mouth.
Nah, if we're gonna do this, so you want to do candies? Have we ever done candies?
Yes, we did for Halloween.
Oh yeah. So I gotta think about this.
Yo, we washing this table? What's up?
Yeah, there we go.
Table got Corona.
Now everyone's gonna be chewing on the mic?
Yeah.
Right on the fucking mic?
So peanuts, peanut butter,
Nah, guys, we can do better. We
do you
need
mean?
a better top 5. Come on. What are we doing here?
M&M's.
Top 4. What's wrong with you people?
I said top 4.
What the heck is
Yeah,
wrong
answer
with
that.
you people?
Pick something else. We can do this. Give me a fucking good Mount Rushmore. I like this Mount Rushmore, so we can do it. I know you're tired. Let's do a good Mount Rushmore.
Not that I'm tired. It's like, I don't know.
Didn't have a good one.
I just didn't have anything. You know?
We should do top 4 scandals. Because Cuomo got me motivated about scandals. I
Top 4
think
scandals. Number 1 is fucking
Bill Clinton
Bill
blowjob.
Clinton. Yeah, of course.
Or
Right.
is it? Or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Stormy Daniels is pretty good too.
That's another big one, absolutely.
It wasn't even a scandal. That wasn't during his presidency.
I know, but the payment came from the
Doesn't
fund.
have to be a president.
You know, I'm just saying. It wasn't a scandal because it happened years ago. You know
Fair
what I mean? Bill Jeff got a blowy right in the fucking office.
More than
Brilliant.
once.
You know?
More than once.
Hey, I ain't mad at him for it.
No, man.
How do I?
Whatever. It's kind of a dick move, but.
I think it was a dick move. He was a president. He was married to Hillary. Have you seen Hillary? Like, there's a young intern, and she
You think
wants to blow.
Hillary was giving it up?
Yeah, she wasn't doing that.
All right, well, what's another scandal then?
Watergate?
It's
Ooh.
another presidential scandal.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine.
Deflategate.
Actually, that
scandal.
was a big fucking scandal, even though
Yeah.
it was bullshit.
Everyone was bullshit.
See?
That did not help Tom Brady. because
9/11?
They blew up the balls and he proceeded to kill him.
Coronavirus? Can I go into the future?
I've never seen
The
you.
coronavirus of 2020, that's a big scandal.
I'm pretty shocked that you're on public with 9/11.
What do you mean?
I mean, I share that opinion, but I don't broadcast it.
That it's a scandal.
What, that it was an inside job?
I didn't say that.
I don't think it's
You
an
did.
inside job.
Oh,
No, I'm just fucking around.
oh, I was about to say, I think there's a lot of things wrong
It's a
with it.
scandal in the sense of
I think the aftermath of it is a scandal. Like, we're looking for a guy in one country, we bomb another country. Like, the whole shit is just fucking, like,
I'm sure there's a lot of scandalousness
yeah, like,
to
the
it.
whole shit made no sense.
Yeah.
I'm like, here we
It's all
go.
for power.
Yeah.
There you go. Scandal.
I'm trying. I'm trying to give us something good.
This motherfucker, really? I gotta listen to you chew on Sour Patch Kids now?
Watermelon, baby, let's go.
Fuck you.
Unless you want to go somewhere else. You got another top 4?
Ah, man, let's do some
Yeah.
reaction videos.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Hey, listen, had a good time hanging out with you guys. I missed you the last 2 weeks.
I think,
do it.
I felt like it was a
I
good
love that
episode.
JP wrote his notes on his positive coronavirus test.
Just to prove a point. Fuck y'all. That sucked.
I'm going to end up flying, which means I'm going to have to take that coronavirus test.
We
Good,
have,
fuck you.
I know so many people that have moved to Florida now.
Now I might as well. Fuck
I'm
it.
saying.
Okay, first of all,
I ain't getting it.
that's not that smart because every dumbass thing I've ever read starts with Florida man. Florida man chases 3 gators.
Oh, you never see-
Florida
there's
man,
a-
like
there's a-
it's always Florida man.
There's a fucking
They're gonna have a
there's
party.
an Instagram meme page.
Really?
It's called Florida Man.
Yeah, Florida, and then Florida always they get rocked by one hurricane where they're begging us some GoFundMe. Sorry, but they're begging me GoFundMe. Please send money. Like motherfucker, you was in New York 2 years ago,
But
and
then-
now some shit is blowing on your house. You forgot to put a board up, and I have to send $100.
Ah, you're fine.
Thanks, pal.
Thank you for watching.
You'll be all
I
right.
think this is episode 25.
Woo! The quarter mark.
One of those two.
I'm
I
up.
think it was 25.
Subscribe and like.
Like and subscribe.
Stop playing. Tell your friends to do the same. I really like this episode. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we touched a bunch of stuff.
I like you guys. I like you guys too.
Later.